Number 33, Chloe Hillis. Number 10, Emma Scoggins. Number 23, Emily Allen. And number 21, Layla Bolden. That is your starting lineup for the Van Buren Eaglettes and for Jackson County. And I'm very excited to be joined for the first time ever by Eli Scoggins. And Eli, I say we're in for a very action-packed night of basketball.
I agree. Jackson County has always been a good team, and we have a very exceptional squad this year.
Absolutely, and it is about time to tip-off here. Riley Scoggins will be jumping for the Eaglettes. And we are about ready to get this game underway. First game of the new year for both teams here in 2021. Can't wait to see what this year brings for the Van Buren Eaglettes and Eagles. And it's underway, and it looks like the ball will be nearly out of bounds. It looks like, though, Jackson County does recover it, and now they'll begin the up-tempo going up court. Looks like we got Erica Davidson, passes it over. Inside now, pass goes way to the outside to Nikki Ragland. Ragland has it. Goes over, pass is tipped, and it's going to be taken away by Chloe Hillis. Hillis already on the steal, ball is now on the ground and taken away and going all the way for the shot, and it is put in by Jackson County, and instantly they take a 2-0 lead. Now it's going to be Bolden going deep, finds Chloe Hillis in the corner, decides to go against the three, ball's tipped on the ground. Looks like Hillis is going to get it back, goes over, finds Allen. Allen now looking back outside, shot up from Emma Scoggins, and she puts it in and banks it home and gives the Eaglettes their first lead of the game, Eli.
Great shot.
Absolutely, and here comes Jackson County right back. Gonna go to the inside now, shots up, and nearly, it looks like it was blocked there by Riley Scoggins. Great job, however, looks like there was a foul committed, and it's so hard sometimes to be able to stop yourself from fouling in that situation, trying to block that shot.
And really going into the post, you have very little options. You can only keep your hands up. If a ref sees your hands go down even a little, they will call a foul.
Absolutely, great point there. And first foul shot is up and good. And it looks like AG getting ready for the second shot here. Up and puts it right through. So the looks like the lead is taken once again by Jackson County here. Emma Scoggins has it. Scoggins goes over, finds Allen. Allen now goes back to the outside. Shot up from the top of the key, and she cannot get it to go. Rebound is taken, however, and looks like a foul was committed on Riley Scoggins as she went up for the foul shot. And Eli, can you kind of elaborate on the importance of foul shots in this kind of game?
Oh, it's everything. Without foul shots, a team will lose, especially at the end of the game. They are very necessary.
Absolutely, and here comes the second foul shot opportunity to tie this game up. It is up and off the mark, no good that time from Scoggins, so it looks like Jackson County will take over once again. And now it is going to be Davidson pushing it up the court. Davidson goes to the inside, back to the outside, three-point shots up, off the mark, no good, and here comes Emma Scoggins on the fast break. Scoggins, 2-on-2, goes inside, Chloe Hillis, and I believe there was a foul committed as Hillis went up for the shot, and Jackson County just trying to prevent the open opportunity from Hillis, and it looks like the Eaglettes head back to the free throw line and a chance to give themselves a 5-4 lead on this series.
And the Jackson County, they are playing man, and it has not been working for them. They've been very confused the whole game.
Yeah,
We'll fix that.
Absolutely. You can tell the man-to-man defense early being employed by this Jackson County team. Eaglettes have been able to find opportunities here so far. Here comes the job inside, looking, and the ball is going to be taken away, and it's going to be Chloe Hillis who's got it. Going to spin over, find Emma Scoggins. Scoggins is going to take it down the court now. Looking, going to stop now, goes back to Hillis, passes over to Allen. Allen looking, hesitates. Now she's going to go inside. Great move there, and is able to find Riley Scoggins. And was there a foul committed? I believe there was, so the Eaglettes will retain possession, and the inbound pass coming up now. It's going to be Chloe Hillis here. Hillis looking. Going to go deep, and she's going to find Riley Scoggins. Scoggins looks over, tries to find Hillis. Ball's deflected to Emma Scoggins. Back inside Hillis, and it looks like she was tipped and unable to go in that time. So Jackson County takes the ball right back here after that series, and Eaglettes do have the lead, but unable to take advantage and make it a 7-4 game. Ball's on the ground and nearly taken away by the Eaglettes. Jackson County has possession for the moment. It's still on the ground. Who has it? Looks like this one will go back in the, nope, timeout, excuse me. Looks like the Eaglettes took a timeout there, or perhaps it was Jackson County, couldn't tell. But so far, Eli, we're seeing a very high-tempo, action-packed game.
We are, and Jackson County really needs to slow down on the fouls. They'll need to change their play style in a way if they want to stay in this game for the long run.
Absolutely. It's right now it looks like both teams kind of almost feeling each other out. You see it a lot in boxing matches. Both teams kind of just looking at their strengths and weaknesses and looking to see how they can attack those as this game goes on. So if you're just joining us, Van Buren currently holds a 5-4 advantage in this basketball game. Jackson County looking to change that here with this possession. And so it's going to be the point guard taking it now, looking, going to go over. And it's going to be Raglan who has it. Now looking back over to Raglan. Raglan looking and cross court. Now back over to the top of the key. Looking back to Raglan. Raglan double team for the moment. Back to the outside to Davidson. Davidson has it. Looking. Tried to get the pass in. Could not. Goes in the inside. Now shot up. And it is in and good. So the Eaglettes, despite the stiff defense, unable to prevent the shot there.
The Eaglettes, and you see more confusion on Jackson County's side with the defense.
Great point there as Van Buren looks to go inside. Hillis tried the three-point shot, did not go for it. Instead goes inside, shot up, and it's good off the glass. And there's the intelligence and great job by Chloe Hillis to put it up there and find the open opportunity to give the Eaglettes the lead once again. And that's in part thanks to those years of experience that Chloe Hillis has for this basketball team. Looking now, it's going to be a shot up, and it is going to be off the mark and no good from three-point range. Davidson could not put it in. And it looks like it's going to be Van Buren basketball after the foul was committed on the rebound. So it will be Emma Scoggins with the ball, and she's going to inbound it to Emily Allen. No full court press so far. Sometimes you see that, but not in this game at the moment. Here comes Allen. Allen now looking. She's going to hesitate, goes back to the outside, finds Hillis. Hillis has it, going to take it back to the top of the key. Now goes over, finds Layla Bolden. Bolden now looking, going to go all the way inside, shots up, and she is fouled once again. And Eli, we're seeing a lot of fouls here early on in this game.
We are, and they will have to change something. As I said, they have 5 fouls within the first 3.5 minutes.
Absolutely.
That's crazy. The refs are being a little bit picky, but some are like that, some aren't.
Absolutely, and like you said, the frequency of fouls has been quite incredible so far. 5 fouls for Jackson County at the moment, and the Eaglettes almost able to get the rebound. It goes out of bounds innocently, though. But who did it bounce off last? I believe Van Buren will take possession, and they will. So how about that fortuitous bounce? Van Buren keeps the ball, and we see a inbound pass coming. Now finds Emily Allen. Allen now looking, going to try to put the move, and she's going to go back to the outside, finds Hillis. Hillis now looking to get some separation. Looking, going to go to the inside and find Emma Scoggins, who is able to hold on to it, but was there a foul? And I believe there may have been.
No, that was a jump ball.
No, jump ball, excuse me. Pardon me. Van Buren will retain possession, but a lot of physicality from both sides here early. It's been a war of attrition, so to speak. Finds Emily Allen. Allen out the top of the key. Stutter steps, looks inside, shot up, off the mark, no good. Rebound is taken. Still can't get it to go in. The Eaglettes trying to get the offensive rebound. Riley Scoggins on the ground is able to get the ball back for the Eaglettes. How about that effort? Now it's going to be Bolden. Looks, finds Allen at the top of the key. Allen now looking inside, trying to get a shot up, and she walks trying to force the foul, I believe. So Van Buren unable to take advantage, but Eli, we saw a lot of offensive rebounds for the Eaglettes on that possession.
We did, and hustle like that is what will win ball games. Even if you are a less skilled team, not like these Eaglettes are anyway, you can win ball games just by wanting it more.
Absolutely, and the Eaglettes definitely want to win this basketball game as the substitution is made. Jada McCurry comes in for Emily Allen, and I believe that is the first substitution for the game thus far. 8-6 Van Buren currently on top, trying to maintain this advantage. And we do want to remind those who are just tuning in that this game available tonight here on BLTV and will be available for several home games here in the near future as well. Shot up and good, and that is going to make it 8-8. So again, another inside shot from Jackson County, and it pays dividends as they have tied the game up once again. Here comes Bolden, cross court, finds Hillis from three-point range, cannot get it to fall, and Jackson County retains possession for the moment. Now Jackson County going to take it from the top of the key. Pass over to Davidson. Davidson looking, getting a heavy pressure there. Now goes over, and now a pass back to Davidson. Davidson goes inside, looking, now back to the top of the key. Three-point shot is up, and it is off the mark, no good. And there's the mosh pit. The Eaglettes able to come up with it. Great play by McCurry, showing her physicality and toughness to take the ball away. Now it's going to be Hillis. Hillis looking, trying to find Bolden. Instead, she's going to go over and find Jada McCurry. McCurry looking, finds Bolden. Bolden looking, going to go all the way inside, shot up. And looks like there was a blocking foul committed, so it looks like Bolden will head to the free throw line and has a chance to regain the lead for the Eaglettes in this one.
Now free throws are even more important as in a normal game with having so many attempts.
Absolutely. First shot is up, and it is good. And like you said, you got to take advantage of the free throw opportunities because there have been a lot in this game, and that can definitely make the difference between winning and losing. So Eaglettes looking to take advantage of this. Shot up, off the mark, no good, and Emma Scoggins tried to get the rebound, and looks like she was unable to do so. So it will be Jackson County retaining possession. So here comes the inbound pass. Jackson County's had success on the inside, looking to maintain that and get the lead back in this basketball game. Pass over, going to be back to Davidson. Davidson looking, back to the outside. Now Jackson County takes it inside, and the ball is tipped and taken away by the Eaglettes. Here comes Emma Scoggins. Scoggins now looking, going to spin. Double teamed at the moment. Who's going to come up with it? Scoggins has it. McCurry back over to Bolden. Bolden looking, going to spin move. Now go inside, finds Riley Scoggins. Shot up and good off the glass, and that is a great play by Scoggins and the awareness to get separation and get that shot in.
And that was some great ball movement right there with the Eaglettes.
And you got a couple sisters playing in this basketball game who are very good players, Eli.
I do. Emma Scoggins and Riley Scoggins. Emma Scoggins will have her 1,000th anniversary after this game.
How about that? Awesome. And they are both really incredible players, and it has been awesome to be able to see them make great performances night after night. And they have done a great job for the Eaglettes, and are doing a great job tonight here as we see a substitution. Riley Scoggins comes off, Greta Rigsby comes in, and the inbound pass will be from Chloe Hillis here. Eaglettes trying to really maintain control and get a grip on this game, put it in their favor. Here comes Scoggins, looks, finds Rigsby. Rigsby going to take it all the way inside, shot up, and another foul looks like was committed on the shot. So Rigsby now heads back to the free throw line, and a very familiar scene playing out here, Eli.
It is, it really is. And she's been in here for about 10 seconds and she's already been fouled.
Yeah, that's what you call making an immediate statement on the game, and Greta Rigsby definitely doing that with this play. AG checks in for Jackson County, and here comes Rigsby with the free throw, up, and Kawhi Leonard's it into the hoop, and the Eaglettes take a 13-8 lead. And now it's going to be Jackson County. Really need to get some points here on this possession to kind of get back into this one. Davidson looks, goes over. Now going to be passed inside, back over to Davidson. Davidson, and receiving heavy coverage there from the Eaglettes defense, and they're doing a great job getting to the ball and putting pressure on this Jackson County offense. And it looks like they forced a turnover on that play, so great job by the Eaglet defense, and you really see the pressure that they are forcing, very suffocating for Jackson County. So here comes Emma Scoggins from the top of the key, and she'll take it down for the Eaglettes.
It looks as if they are face guarding Layla Bolden as well, and you have seen quite a few teams do that, even as she made an impression in only her 8th grade year as she moved up into high school to play.
Absolutely, she did great last year, and she's made a great impact this year as well. And it's impressive at that age that she's able to make such a huge impact on the game, and she is quite a talented player for this Van Buren Eaglet squad.
She really is.
So here comes Jackson County going around the key now, trying to find some separation, looking. Receiving heavy coverage now. Jackson County going to take it inside, back to Davidson. Davidson looking, going to go back to the outside. And Jackson County really trying to find an open lane, but there are not many with this Eaglettes defense. Looks like they might have caught a break, though. I believe Bolden was with the foul that time. And Jackson County will inbound this one. And something important to note, the Eaglettes are already in the bonus for this basketball game, so any foul committed now by Jackson County is an automatic trip to the free throw line. So huge for the Eaglettes here early in this one. And now here comes Jackson County, trying to find a way to get back into this one. Eaglettes with heavy pressure, pass to the outside, Davidson. And again, Jackson County is just having trouble getting it inside. Trying to find an open area. Looking, going to go back to Davidson. And a game of hot potato right now breaking out, and I believe there was another foul committed there on Jackson County number 14. So looks like this will be a free throw opportunity, or nope. Looks like it will not be for the moment. They were forming into that, and Bolden checks out. So Jackson County with the inbound pass now. Looking, finds Davidson once again. Davidson going to go all the way inside. Shot up, off the mark, and no good. And the Eaglettes like running into a brick wall there as the first quarter comes to a close. Van Buren currently holds a 13-8 advantage, and they did a lot of things to put themselves in that position here early. What are some of the main things you think they've done well, Eli?
They've shot free throws, really. There are 7 fouls, as you were saying earlier, and probably 5, maybe even 6 of those were on shots, and they've capitalized on free throws, not as much as they could. This could be a 20 to 8 point game, and the Eaglettes really need to capitalize.
Absolutely. The Eaglettes have been doing well on the free throw shots. Obviously, they'll want to make more of those as time goes on, and they're going to be putting themselves in a great position here in the second quarter with all these free throw opportunities that could be coming their way. And for Jackson County, they'll have to play a lot more cleanly here in the second quarter of action, knowing the situation they find themselves in. They'll have to play smart, tough, and a defense that can really get the ball away and create opportunities on the offensive side, because the Eaglettes defense has really done a good job of stopping the offensive attack so far from Jackson County.
And the Eaglettes are playing a rather different defense than I usually see. 2-3 zone, but very stretched out. Normally a 2-3 would be very compact, but we are not seeing that today, and it is really working. Jackson County has not been handling the pressure all too well.
Absolutely, and that much pressure, it can almost be a psychological thing for basketball players, and it certainly could be that case for Jackson County here at the moment. Thomas is going to take it. Thomas now from the top of the key, looking, goes inside, and the ball is tipped and taken away, and here comes Emma Scoggins' fast break. And now going to circle back to the outside. Smart play to Emily Allen. Allen now back over, and ball is almost goes backward, and it does. So a promising possession turns to a turnover for the Eaglettes, just unable to take advantage of that one. And just, again, a situation there where the Eaglettes couldn't take advantage, and something they'll want to work on here in the second quarter. And I believe are they reversing their decision here? Yeah, Van Buren will be taking the ball back here, Eli.
It looks as if the Jackson County team tipped the ball before it went past half court.
And there you go. That is indeed what happened. So great job there by the Eaglettes getting the ball back. And they're going to take it here with Chloe Hillis as she tried to get inside. Hillis now going to go from the inside. Looking, going to go back to the outside to Scoggins. Scoggins now looking, goes back to the outside, finds Allen. Allen now circles back, looks, going to try and take it inside, now goes back to the outside, three-point shot from Scoggins, and she puts it in from way downtown. What a shot by Emma Scoggins, and that really changes the tempo of the game. Great job by Scoggins there. Now Jackson County's going to try and find a way to answer, but they're going to run into Greta Rigsby, and here comes Scoggins once again. Scoggins now looking. Going to take it inside, and I believe she was bopped as she was heading down. And that was indeed a foul, so Scoggins heads to the free throw line, and that's just what we were talking about, Eli. Those fouls here are going to create more free throw opportunities for the Eaglettes.
It is, and it looks as if we are going to cap. Oh, no, that is not good.
And ball is tipped, and the rebound is almost taken by the Eaglettes, and indeed it is for the moment, but it looks like that Jackson County did get it back as Riley Thomas had it. Thomas now looking, and she's going to go back to the outside now. Goes inside, shot up, and it is off the bucket and in, and Jackson County is able to narrow the gap ever so slightly to 6 points. So here comes Scoggins now looking. Going to go to the inside and tries to find an open receiver, and she does. It's going to be Emily Allen. Allen now looking. Ball bounces off of her foot. I believe it was tipped, and indeed it was, and Jackson County will take the ball back there. So a sequence of events, and the Eaglettes lose possession of the ball. And Jackson County, give them credit. They have done a great job of staying in this one, though, so far. Despite the Eaglettes' pressure, they have kept themselves in position to potentially take this victory. So now it's going to be Thomas from the top. Looks, goes inside, shot up, and it is in and good for Chaffin on that one. And she has made a big impact in the last 2 possessions, 2 straight scores for her. And now it's going to be Emma Scoggins. Eaglettes' advantage has shrunk to 4 points. Looking, going to circle back and passes to Emily Allen. Great job there to squeeze that one in. Now goes back to the outside. Here comes Scoggins. Looking, going to try and find Rigsby, but it's tipped and taken away, and a bit of a miscommunication forced that turnover there. And here comes Thomas looking. Going to go back to the outside to Davidson. Davidson back to Thomas. Thomas now goes back to Davidson once again. And here comes a shot from the outside. Off the mark and no good from three-point land. But they get the rebound and force the foul. So it will be a trip to the free throw line that time for AG. And she's got a chance to make this a 2-point basketball game, Eli.
And just as I was saying earlier, I don't even know if she hit her on that, but her arm went down, and so the ref saw that and he called a foul.
And earlier you talked about the difference in refs and sometimes how certain crews will call one thing and others will call another. And that's kind of what you run into as a basketball player. It could definitely change from game to game, and these refs definitely do seem more prone to calling fouls, and I think we've seen some of that tonight, and players will adjust accordingly. Second free throw's up and good, so it is now 16-14. Van Buren has shrunk to a 2-point lead, and the Eaglet's going to try and widen the gap here. Here comes Scoggins, looks, finds McCurry. McCurry going to take it all the way inside, tried to find Chloe Hillis, but looks like the passing lanes were blocked once again. And Eli, the Eaglets have had some issues trying to get these passes to the other players.
They have. Some of these are simply not smart. And I don't think it's that we are bad passers. They're making bad decisions.
And now it's going to be Jackson County on the takeaway, and Davidson was fouled trying to get that one down there. She stopped momentarily, and I believe the momentum of the Eaglettes just kind of forced that foul to take place. And I believe an inbound pass is coming up, and indeed there will be. Thomas with the inbound opportunity. Thomas looking inside to Chaffin, shots up, and it is good. So Emma Chaffin has made this a 16-all basketball game, and suddenly what was looking like a runaway train for the Eaglettes has turned into a crash. Here comes Scoggins. Looking, gonna go and try to find an open receiver here. Scoggins looking, and the ball is way up in the air, is able to find a Crane, but I believe that ball was tipped as she was going up for the shot, and it was. So Van Buren will get the inbound opportunity, but they're definitely feeling the heat right now from Jackson County, trying to get the lead back in this basketball game. Here comes Scoggins, looking. Gonna go over, find Crane. Crane now looking, and she's able to find Scoggins once again. Shot, it looks like a near opportunity for Greta Rigsby. Instead, it's gonna be 3 points for Jada McCurry, and she puts it in, and that was a game-changing play, and the Eaglettes now hold a 19-16 lead. And that was a great setup by the Eaglettes, being able to find the blueprint for the three-point shot, and they make it 19-16. Shot up again, off the mark and no good. And Jackson County was hurting the Eaglettes a lot with that mid-range game, and that's been a pretty similar shot on that possession to a lot of other possessions as well. And it's going to be Scoggins looking, finds Hillis, shot up, and she puts it in off the glass. And right now, the Eaglettes, for them, the glass is their friend, and they've gotten several shots off of it, Eli.
They have, and simply one shot, Jada McCurry's three going in, has in a way switched the momentum, and that is what driven us to do. It's a 5-point lead now, 21-16.
And now we've got Bolden and Riley Scoggins checking in for Crane and Greta Rigsby. And like you said, basketball, we've talked about it several times in the broadcast earlier this year, is very much a momentum game. And the momentum of a game can change on a dime, and it can just take one play. And that's what we've seen with the Eaglettes. Miscommunication, and Jackson County takes it back as it was bounced off a Jackson County player, and Davidson has it now. And now going to be a takeaway from Chloe Hillis, but she falls as she was trying to make a play. And a bit of a tough landing there. Good to see her get up and continue to play on. So McCurry will talk things over with Coach Sapp as Hillis heads to the free throw line. And I believe that is the 9th foul for Jackson County tonight. And obviously something that they'll be wanting to work on here in this second half of action when it does come to pass. Chloe Hillis shot up and cannot get this one to fall. And Jackson County is going to take it back. And Eli, for these Eaglettes players, they haven't played an actual game in a few weeks. Do you think that can kind of factor into how this game's going?
Well, that can definitely change it. Getting back into the groove of playing basketball games is a hard thing to do. So on their first game back, the first half might be a little bit shaky for them, but they should pick it up in the second half.
I agree. It could just be a rust thing, and the Eaglettes haven't played really since the Christmas tournament that they played in earlier in 2020, and haven't had an opportunity to play since then. Shots up, off the mark, and no good. Riley Scoggins has it, and she's going to find Layla Bolden. Bolden now going to take it up the court. Bolden looking, going to go, and the ball is taken away as she tried to find Emma Scoggins, and now it's going to be Chaffin taking it down the court, and now Thomas takes it on the fake, and she makes it a 3-point basketball game. Great fast break design there by Jackson County. Here comes Scoggins, finds Hillis. Hillis goes over, back to McCurry. McCurry looking, and ball is tipped, and the Eaglettes retain possession for the moment. We've seen a lot of tip balls from the Eaglettes, but they have managed to keep possession for this time. And here comes McCurry, goes over, finds Bolden. Bolden spins, looks, double teamed at the moment, and she's able to find Hillis. What a pass that was. Hillis back over, back to McCurry. McCurry looks, finds Hillis between the legs, and a ball is on the ground, and I believe Chaffin tried to take it away, and she might have been successful. Indeed, Jackson County will get the ball back once again. So a foul was committed, and Jackson County will take the ball back as a result. And time winding down here, and a chance to really make a statement going into the end of the first half. And sometimes, like we've talked about, one play can really change the tempo of a game. The Eaglettes obviously want to make that happen here as this game continues on.
And having the lead going into the second half would really change the rest of the game.
Absolutely, would definitely change the dynamic as that ball sails out of bounds. And the Eaglettes will take possession once again. It looks like it was Raglan was unable to corral it. So Van Buren takes the ball back once again. Here comes Emma Scoggins. Scoggins now looking. Going to take her time. Goes and finds Riley Scoggins on the inside. Back to Hillis. Hillis now looks. And she's going to take it back from the outside once again. Hillis looks, finds Riley Scoggins inside. Scoggins, reverse shot, and it's up and good. How about that play from Riley Scoggins? Unbelievable. And so Jackson County will take it back after that tremendous effort by Riley Scoggins on the reverse play. And here comes Layla Bolden on the steal, shots up, and she puts it in the net. And suddenly things are really going for the Eaglettes, make it 25-18. And just like we talked about, just a couple plays have really changed the dynamic of this basketball game. Eaglettes now can hold a 7-point lead. Davidson tips the ball, looks, has it for the moment, and she's going to go back to Thomas on the outside, bound to the inside to Chaffin. Chaffin looking, and runs into a brick wall of Eaglet defenders, and walks as a result. Great defense by the Eaglettes once again. It's like, sorry, Eli.
No, you're fine. And if the Jackson County team wants to come back, they really need to stop panicking on offense and making these silly turnovers.
Absolutely. You want to make sure that you play as cleanly as possible, and you want to avoid those turnovers. Those can really play a role as this game goes on. Emma Scoggins inside to her sister, shots up and good once again. And the Eaglettes extend their lead to 9 points on this great offensive barrage here, and they make it 27-18. And now going to be a cross-court pass over to Davidson. Davidson's got it. Looks back to Thomas. Thomas looking inside to Chaffin. Chaffin. And the ball is nearly taken away. Shots up and good. So AG puts it in. And the Eaglettes now continue to hold the 7-point lead, but the gap does narrow just a bit. Here comes Bolden looking. Finds Emma Scoggins. Scoggins, spin move, looking. Going to try and take it inside. Scoggins looking, and she is receiving overwhelming pressure. And jump ball right there. Eaglettes will retain possession, but the Jackson County defense is really getting after it with just 22.5 seconds to go in the half. Here comes Hillis, looks, finds Emma Scoggins. Scoggins back over to Hillis. Hillis looking, goes off the defender. Now it's going to be Hillis once again. Going to take her time here, maybe just trying to milk some clock. And that's something we've seen the Eaglettes do a few times throughout the year. Scoggins looking, and clock does continue to go down. Eaglettes looking to set up the perfect play, and wide open and in once again for Riley Scoggins. She has been a player on a mission, and she gives the Eaglettes a 29-20 advantage going into the locker room. How about that end of the first half? The Eaglettes really put the pieces together and have made a great puzzle of first half performance. And Eli, I got to say, the Eaglettes really did what they needed to do at the end of the first half.
They did. They had a very good approach to that half. They made Jackson County panic on so many passes, and that's how they got many steals and layups.
Absolutely. The combination of pressure on defense, creating offensive opportunities, and the great connection that they share, having played so many times together and knowing what they're going to do on the offensive side of the ball, really helped them to this advantage, and they look to keep that trend going here into the second half of action. And we will see you for the second half in just a few minutes. Stay tuned here live on BLTV, Channel 6.
Nice job.
Thank you.
That was a lot of fun.
I was really nervous going.
Oh yeah. It's
It's a little nerve-wracking, but once you get into it, it's not too bad.
My bad, Eli. Good. I think I'll finally get this lineup down. Try to get it down, but it's hard. Try to keep up with the action. Get distracted. There we go. All right. Wait, I need to get that one out too. There we go.
You got it?
I got it. It took me a while. There we go. So if you want to say something about a player, there you go. That's the lineup there. Yep. What do you gain back?
So you're okay. So you're saying I need to get that, then start working out, and then that's literally what you just said.
We're doing the boys game too?
Yeah, we're doing the boys game. Yes. Sometimes we do the JV games, but we've only done that once. So I mean, usually it's just girls and boys.
I guess it's about time to get back on the old stand here. Let's see, wait a second. Welcome back to the second half of action here at the Eagles Nest between Van Buren and Jackson County. Currently the Eaglettes held a 29-20 lead, and the second half of action underway here. And it's going to be Thomas here with the inbounder, finds Davidson. Davidson back over to Thomas, now back over. And pass cross court to Davidson once again. Davidson looking, back to Thomas. Thomas looks, going to try and go up against Layla Bolden here. Eaglettes had a really great defense in the first half of action, almost like a stone wall, and they did a great job inside, blocking shots like right there, and it's going to be Emily Allen taking it on the fast break. Allen now looking. What a move that was up against Davidson. Shot up, and it is good from Riley Scoggins, and she has been an impact player here tonight, Eli.
She really has. That was some great ball movement too.
And now it's going to be Thomas back to Davidson, now back to Thomas once again, looking. And it's been, those two really have passed to each other a lot tonight. Shots up and no good that time from Chaffin. And it's going to be Emma Scoggins once again. Scoggins looking. Oh my goodness, what a move inside between two defenders. Made them both miss and gives the Eaglettes a 33-20 lead. That was some magic right there.
That was a beautiful Euro step.
Absolutely, and now it's going to be Jackson County taking it back once again, way across the court now to Davidson. Davidson looking, and the floater up to Chaffin. Chaffin has it inside. Ball is tipped and taken away, and the Eaglettes have it once again. Get ready for another fast break. Here comes Allen. Allen looks, stops, pump fakes, and now going to hold the ball for a second. Finds Emma Scoggins. Scoggins looking, and now she's going to go back to the outside, back to Bolden. Bolden now looking. Going to go back over to Emily Allen. Allen looking. Tried to get it into Riley Scoggins, but just couldn't fit it in there. And the mail does not go into the mailbox that time. And the Eaglettes will not be able to score, but there will be a timeout taken. So, a chance to talk things over for the Eaglettes, and kind of a different environment and different atmosphere tonight here, Eli, with the reduced capacity. Not as many people here. And do you think that can affect the way a player plays the game?
I do. I think it can really affect how they see the game, how it feels. You know, just as you said, the atmosphere, the players feel that as well. And I believe the Eaglettes have come out here guns blazing, scoring 4 points in the first minute and a half.
Absolutely. They have been on fuego so far and been very up-tempo and have scored points left and right. And they look to keep that going here with a 33-20 lead. Jackson County looking to kind of stop this big burning fire that has begun for the Eaglettes. So there's going to be Thomas taking it from the top of the key, looking, finds Davidson. Now back over to Thomas. Thomas has it, looking, going to try and take it inside. Now back over to Davidson. Davidson now looking, And she's going to go back over to Thomas. Thomas looking, passes inside, shot up from Chapman, but it is blocked, and the Eaglettes had it, but then lost it as Scoggins and Hillis kind of collided there, trying to get the ball, and as a result, Jackson County will retain possession of the basketball. Substitution is made for Jackson County, and it looks like that is Chaffin who is on the court. And now it's going to be Davidson on the jump, looking, and she's going to find Thomas. Now goes over, inside, looking, shots up, and is off the mark and no good for AG. AG now looking, tries to go back to the outside, finds Thomas. Davidson looking, up against Hillis, now back to the outside. And there's Chaffin going over. Here's the shot up from Thomas, and she does get this one to go in. So the bleeding stops for Jackson County as they narrow the gap to 11 points. Here comes Layla Bolden looking, trying to make something happen. Bolden looking, goes back over to Allen. Allen going to go back over to Emma Scoggins. Three-point shot up, cannot get this one to fall, and the ball is going to be taken away. And here comes Davidson on the fast break to Thomas. Thomas looking back over and tip ball. Brilliant job that time by Riley Scoggins to tip that ball away. That would have been a sure 2 points if Jackson County could have fit it in. So now it's going to be Jackson County once again looking, goes deep, shot up from Thomas, three-pointer, off the mark and no good, and Hillis trying to get the rebound. Looks like this one will go to Van Buren, so great athletic effort there from Chloe Hillis to give the ball back to the Eaglettes. Now it's going to be Hillis over to Layla Bolden. Bolden now going to slow the tempo down just a bit. Bolden looking, going to go to the outside now. Goes over, finds Emily Allen. Allen looking, step back, three-point shots up. Cannot get it to fall. Eaglettes have not really been able to connect from the three-point range so far here in the second half, and that might be something they'll want to address here, Eli.
What was that?
Oh, sorry. We talked about the Eaglettes and the three-point shots. Maybe something they'll want to address here as this game progresses.
Oh, for sure.
Ball is tipped there for Jackson County, and looked like there was a foul committed. So Jackson County now with the inbound opportunity. It is going to be Nikki Ragland who inbounds it, but maybe a stoppage of play and a timeout was taken before play resumed, so it was Coach Sapp. And the Eaglettes will now have an attempt here to talk things over. So already a couple timeouts here in the third quarter, and the Eaglettes and Jackson County trying to make the best possible performance here in this basketball game. Eaglettes have definitely been performing in a lot of great ways here so far, but what are some things you think they can do to improve their standing in this game, Eli?
Well, some things are uncontrollable, such as three-point shots falling, but if that starts falling, they will have a great chance at really sealing the bag for this game. But other than that, I think they're doing pretty well with everything else. Their defense is looking fine. Their offense are making one or two turnovers. That's okay, though. That happens. But I believe they can turn this around.
Absolutely. Now it's going to be Davidson looking, going to find Thomas once again. Thomas goes to the corner, looking now, and the ball's tipped and taken away, and here comes Emily Allen once again. Allen, oh, what a great move behind the back. Now going to go all the way inside, looks, takes it out, Bolden, three-point shot, puts it in, and what a great job by Layla Bolden there. She was left all alone on an island, and she took advantage, and the Eaglettes now continue to get this lead and build it. And now it's going to be a shot up, and it is going to be off the mark and no good from three-point range. Eaglettes cannot get the rebound. Jackson County holds the ball for the moment, and Emma Scoggins goes right to the ball and almost took it away. But Jackson County will keep the ball for now. It's going to be Chaffin with the inbound pass, and substitution is made for Jackson County. It looks like that is going to be Crockett checking in. And the Eaglettes will also have a substitution. It is going to be Jada McCurry in for Chloe Hillis, so two seniors swapping out. So here comes Chaffin with the inbound pass, finds Thomas. Thomas going to slow things down, and tempo can play such a critical role. Whether it's almost like the no-huddle offense in football. It can affect the player's stamina and how they play for the rest of the game. Chaffin looking inside, and I believe she walked, and she did, trying to fit that ball in there, but just a little too much in terms of traffic, and she ran into rush hour on that play, and the Eaglettes will get the ball back. So it's going to be Layla Bolden here looking for the pick. And she won't get one this time, but she is going to take it inside. Ball is tipped, and who is going to end up with it? A pile of bodies. Who's going to have it? I believe this one will retain. Well, actually, no, it'll go to Jackson County. So the Eaglettes lost the ball there. Bolden trying to squeeze it into that lane, but just could not. So now 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in this third quarter of action. The Eaglettes up 36-22. Here comes Thomas looking, back over to Crockett. Crockett inside, and Chaffin holds the ball for the moment. Goes over, Davidson looking, back over to Thomas now. Thomas looking, back over. Crockett, three-point shots up. Cannot get it to fall, and here comes Emma Scoggins once again. Scoggins now looking, gonna hesitate, go to the inside, looking, back over, finds Bolden. Bolden gonna go and take it inside herself, looking, shots up, and she puts it in. How about the physicality of Layla Bolden on that play? Eaglettes extend the lead once again. So now it'll be Jackson County with Thomas. And it's gonna be Chaffin looking, finds Crockett, three-point shots up, cannot get this one to fall. Davidson will take the ball back once again. Davidson getting double teamed, immense pressure, shots up, cannot get it to fall once again. Ball still in the play, but I believe it will be Jackson County retaining possession as the ball went off of McCurry's hands as she tried to get the ball away. So inbound pass coming here from Chaffin. And Eli, the Eaglettes defense has been playing very, very fierce so far, trying to get after that ball and create steals.
It has, and they're also really trying to take away the passes from their post number 24. I think that is Jacqueline Gee, if I read that right.
Yes, AG.
AG.
Yes, yes. And now here comes, looks like Thomas here on the steal, and Thomas going to look now. And like you said, the Eaglettes defense has really been doing a good job of creating those opportunities. And we said it many times throughout the course of the year, but in many times the best offense is a great defense. And the Eaglettes have proven that. Ball still on the ground here. The Eaglettes try and get it back. And a couple of Eaglettes took some hard falls there. Looks like everybody's okay, and that is good to see. So Bolden here getting ready for the inbound opportunity. Going to go over to McCurry, and a lot of times we've seen this full court press, and we mentioned it earlier in the show, but not a lot of it so far from either team, preferring to kind of get their defenses set. And there is a way to get past the full court press. If you don't let the pressure get to your head, that definitely does pay dividends for you. So it seems to be that's the strategy both teams are going after right now. Bolden looking, finds Scoggins on the inside. Wide open, McCurry from three-point land, cannot get it to fall, and ball is still on the ground. Emma Scoggins may have been able to create something for her team, but she's unable to keep the ball for the Eaglettes. So instead, Jackson County takes the ball back. Once again, it will be Chaffin with the inbound pass, and she will float into Davidson. Davidson now, on the top of the key, looking, goes over, finds Thomas. Thomas gonna go across the court back to Davidson. Davidson back to Thomas once again. Goes inside, and ball is tipped, and just able to stay in bounds. Great effort again by Riley Scoggins. She has been misreliable tonight and has done a great job creating opportunities for the Eaglettes. Cannot corral it this time. Emma Scoggins is going to go all the way inside and made a great move. Just could not finish that one off, and Jackson County will take the ball back again. So as we get closer and closer to the crunch time, the intensity picks up for both teams. Eli, what are some things here as the shot goes up, and it is off the mark and no good. Ball's tipped out of bounds that time by Allen, but what are some things the Eaglettes can really do to kind of finish this one off with a 16-point lead?
Well, I think they're doing it right now, quite honestly. They're doing a great job of it. The shots have started to fall a little bit more. That right there won't cut it. That normally would be a big shot.
And now it's going to be Layla Bolden here with the ball once again. Finds Allen. Allen now looking. Going to go back to the outside to Emma Scoggins. Scoggins looking back over to, McCurry. Now inside, it's going to be Riley Scoggins. Scoggins looking back over to Allen. Allen now looking. Starter steps. Great move once again. She has been able to make some magic happen tonight. Finds Scoggins on the inside. Riley Scoggins. And she was fouled as she went up for the shot. Almost got the and one, but she will get to go to the free throw line as a reward. So not nearly as many fouls here in the second half of action. A combined 3 from both sides at the moment. So Scoggins will go to the free throw line, but that just means every trip to the free throw line means that much more. Scoggins shot up, and it is up and good, and that will extend the lead to 17. And the Eaglettes really now have firm control over this game, and they can kind of push the envelope as to finishing this thing off, still with just over 8 minutes left in this game. Second free throw up, and it is good, and the Eaglettes make it an even 40 on the night. And the Eaglettes tried a bit of a full court press there with Emma Scoggins, but she instead retreats now. Davidson has it, looking, back over to Crockett, back over to Davidson now. Davidson, and again, another game of hot potato breaking out. Back over to Thomas, Thomas looking, and back to Davidson, back to Crockett, three-point shots up, and cannot get it to go, and the ball is going to be tipped out of bounds, and I believe Van Buren will get the ball back, and they will. So substitutions are now made. Greta Rigsby and Caitlin Crane come in for the Eaglettes, number 3 and number 12. So Van Buren now, chance to really establish the dominance they had been hoping for in this game. Started out a little bit rusty in the start of this one, but they have really turned on the Jets here as of late and have established a firm control over this game. Emily Allen from deep puts it in. Emily Allen doing her best Steph Curry impression on that one, and she is having a sensational night just like Steph did last night. 43-22, three-point shots up, off the mark and no good from Davidson, and that will light a finish to our third quarter of action. So your Van Buren Eaglettes make a statement finishing out the third quarter and now hold a 43-22 advantage in this basketball game. Eli, what went right for the Eaglettes, you think, in the third quarter?
Their defense, completely. The Jackson County only had 2 points that whole entire quarter, if I'm not mistaken. So that makes a point differential of 14-2, and that will really put the game away.
Absolutely. They went into shutdown mode in that one and looked as stout as some of the greatest defenses, a lot of great defenses we've seen over time. And the Eaglettes now with a 43-22 lead have a lot of breathing room in this one and can kind of, you want to keep the foot on the throttle, so to speak, as this game progresses, but you don't want to relax it too much and allow an opportunity for Jackson County to get back into this game. But the Eaglettes are definitely in the catbird seat, so to speak, so far right now, up 43-22 with just 8 minutes of action left.
And what I see their coach doing is leaving the starters in for 2 to 4 more minutes, then he'll try and get some of the younger players to get a few more minutes.
Absolutely. We could see some of the younger players come onto the court, and that is always good to see, get some opportunity for them as this game goes on and get them some playing time and experience. Coach Sapp probably very excited by the results he's seen thus far, but he also wants to make sure that the Eaglettes improve on the year and make sure things finish out here in this basketball game. So the inbound pass now to Davidson. Davidson is going to take it and look over to find Thomas. Thomas now looking back over to Davidson. Davidson back to Thomas, looking now. Thomas back again to Davidson, and those two have been really flip-flopping the ball so far. Back over to Crockett, now back to Davidson. Davidson, ball's tipped. Crockett does come up with it and going to go to Davidson, and she goes from deep and off the mark, no good. And the lack of three-pointers has really been something that Jackson County has been, that I've noticed so far for Jackson County, and almost a big steal there by Davidson. And Crane was fouled as she's trying to take it up the court. And I believe the Eaglettes will be inbounding this one, and they will. So McCurry now looking, going to find Emily Allen. Allen looking, going to stutter step, take her time. Now a great spin move there, looking, going to find Crane, three-point shot. Off the mark and just was unable to put that one in. Bolden almost came up with a steal, and she's going to keep the ball in Van Buren's hands. So how about that play by Layla Bolden that time?
One thing that Jackson County has done better is they have made less fouls. They have only have a foul count of 2 going into the fourth quarter, whereas in the first half they had a foul count of 8.
Absolutely, great to point out. So Jackson County has really improved on those fouls, but the ball is on the ground, and Crockett tried to come up with it. Rigsby was down there as well. I believe Jackson County will retain possession for the moment, and they will. A lot of physicality in this game so far. Players doing everything in their power to get the ball back for their team. And a lot of it's getting to the ball first, and that relies a lot on the speed game. The Eaglettes have shown that greatly tonight, and there it is once again. Eaglettes really have been attacking that ball so far. Like a hawk trying to get a snake from the ground, the Eaglettes just continue to go after that basketball here in this basketball game. So now it's going to be Davidson from the top of the key, looking, going to find a pass to the corner. And I believe that was Beam on that one. Now it's going to be Davidson once again, looking, going to try and take it inside. And the shot is almost up, but it looks like it might have been a foul committed. And I believe that there was a step tried to go up there on that shot. And looks like we'll have an inbound pass coming up. Substitution is made for Jackson County. And I believe that is Anderson checking in. So here comes the inbound pass from Thomas, looking, three-point shots up, and it does go in for Beam. So Beam makes an immediate impact after checking into the game, and the gap closes to 18 points. Here comes Bolden now, looking, finds Crane in the corner. Crane going to try it from three-point range. Just off the mark, no good. And the ball's taken away on the rebound, and now Rigsby takes it to the hoop and nearly gets an and one opportunity, but she will be going to the free throw line. So Jackson County had it for a moment, but I believe two players collided, and Van Buren took advantage, and That's what you got to do sometimes, be Johnny on the spot and take the ball away for your team.
And it looks as if Jackson County is in a way throwing in the white flag. They're putting in a bunch of their younger players.
Absolutely, allowing them to get some playing time. Another substitution is made, and I believe that is Harris checking in for Jackson County. Here comes Rigsby. Second free throw's up. Cannot get it to fall. And now it's going to be Jackson County taking it once again. It's going to be Harris. Excuse me. Looks like that is Anderson. Excuse me. And now here comes the pass to the outside. Thomas looking back over, and the Eaglettes swarming to the basketball, trying to get it away once again. Shot up from mid-range, off the mark, and no good from Harris. Now the Eaglettes have it. Allen looking, going to hesitate. Now Allen looks, going to try and make a move to the inside. Another great move. She has done a great job of getting separation tonight. Shots up, no good. Rigsby on the rebound, fires it outside to Layla Bolden. Bolden has it once again. Bolden now looking. Going to go back to the outside now at the top of the key. Bolden takes it all the way. Finds Allen. Three-point shot's up. She gets it to fall once again. How about that? Emily Allen just continues her dominance from the three-point shot tonight. And now it's going to be Jackson County taking it. Harris has it. And going to pass out to the outside to Thomas. Thomas now looking. Goes over. Three-point shot's up. And it is off the mark and no good. And that ball falls innocently out of bounds. So Van Buren is going to be inbounding this one once again. And I think the lack of three-point shots is something that Jackson County will be looking into future games. Here comes, looks like Layla Bolden has it from the top of the key. Looking, going to try and get separation. Going to go back to the outside. Wide open, McCurry cannot get the three-point shot to fall, but it is Emily Allen, McCurry trying to get her own rebound, but I believe she was unsuccessful, so Jackson County will get an opportunity from a little bit farther down the court to inbound this one once again. Another substitution is made, and I believe that is Davidson checking in, and it is Emma Davidson for Jackson County. So here comes Beam taking the ball. She's already got a three-point shot tonight and looks to add to that here in the final 5 minutes. And now it's going to be back to the outside. Davidson looking, and she's going to find a pass once again. It's Beam looking, going to go over, back to Davidson. Davidson, there's Harris. Harris going to try and take it inside, back over. Beam's got it in the corner. Beam now looking, going to pass the outside and all the way to the inside. Now is a block by Greta Rigsby, using the height to her advantage, and she's able to take the ball away for the Eaglettes once again. Here comes Bolden now, holds on to the ball, finds Crane, back over to McCurry. McCurry now, great pass inside to Rigsby. Rigsby back to the outside, three-point shot from Allen. Cannot get the ball just out of the rim. But so close, and the ball is going to be taken by Crane. She's got it on the ground, but she just couldn't get it to Bolden. But how about that effort there that time, as Crane tried to get the ball away, just was unable to. And the Eaglettes will not have the ball for this possession, but another great effort.
And we see a new sub, a new face. Excuse me. Lila has come in for Greta Rigsby.
Yeah, Lila Johnson for the Eaglettes, number 11, has come onto the court, her first action of the night, and we'll see what impact she can have on the game. Ball goes out of bounds, as it looks like it was, I believe that was Priest, was unable to corral that one. So it's going to be Bolden taking the ball once again. Eaglettes kind of stretching this one out, trying to kind of close this thing out as this game progresses. Another shot from three-point range, cannot get it to fall. Allen can't get her own rebound, and Davidson going to take it up the court now. Spins back, looks back over to Beam, looks, three-point shots up, off the mark and no good once again. Bolden has it. Bolden now going to hesitate and going to take it up herself, going to go all the way to the outside, finds Crane once again. Crane looking, falls down, is able to find Allen anyway. Looks, goes over. Lila Johnson, shot up, off the mark, no good. Gets her own rebound though, and the ball is going to be taken away but the Eaglettes get the ball back anyway. Allen has it, looking, directing traffic. Going to go over and find Caitlin Crane. Back over to Layla Bolden that time. Bolden now looking, finds McCurry. McCurry back to Crane, back over to Emily Allen. To the inside now, Lila Johnson, shot up, off the mark, no good, and no foul called, so Priest will get the ball back for Jackson County. Here comes Anderson. Anderson pushing it up the court. Back over to Davidson now. Davidson looking, pass to the inside, off a player's shoe, and now here, Beam going to take the ball back over to Anderson. Three-point shots up, and she does get it to go in, so Jackson County gets their second three-point shot of the half and closes the gap to 18 points now in the final 3 minutes. So Layla Bolden has it, finds Emily Allen. Allen now looking, spin move, lost the basketball, and it's going to be Beam who's going to take it for Jackson County. Finds, Harris, shots up, and it is good. So again, Jackson County keeps the tempo going and closes the gap again just ever so slightly. They get 46-30. And Eli, what do you think? What are some things you think the Eaglettes can continue to work on here as the season progresses?
I think that they can make a few less turnovers. Really, they're playing a little bit too chaotic on offense sometimes, but their defense has looked great today.
And there's another example of it right there as Layla Bolden just took the ball away and got in the getaway car and got another 2 points for the Eaglettes, make it 48-30. And Jackson County kind of just looking for answers right now. Going to go to the inside now. Shots up, and it does go in on the floater. So here comes the substitutions now for Van Buren and Jackson County. And good to see a few younger players getting an opportunity here for Van Buren. So Bolden, McCurry, and I believe that's Allen check out. And now Van Buren's going to take the ball once again. Here comes Emma Scoggins. Looking, going to make a spin move here. Gerald's unable to hold on to it. And now it's going to be Jackson County taking it once again. Beam, ball goes out of bounds. So inbound opportunity coming up. So for those of you who are just joining us, 1:19 left here in the Eaglettes basketball game, up 48-32 on Jackson County. Really a great team performance tonight, and they've done a great job of showing they are still great contenders here for this basketball season. Shots up, and it does go in that time. So another three-point shot does go up, and I believe that was Davidson who put it in, and indeed it was. So make it 13 points as Crane just is able to find that one. Ball was kind of fluttering in the air, and she didn't recognize the pass was coming her way, but did retain possession. So now it's going to be Johnson. Finds Emma Scoggins. Scoggins now looking. Back over to Caitlin Crane. Now back over to Scoggins. Scoggins looking and take it inside. Now back to the outside to Gerald. Gerald looking, and she's going to find Johnson. Johnson looking, going to go all the way across the court. Back over to Emma Scoggins. Great ball movement. Shots up. And off the mark. No good for Van Buren that time. And the ball is still on the ground. The Eaglettes get the ball back for the moment, and it's still in the Eaglettes' hands. How about this crazy carom? And now the ball's still on the ground. Who's going to come up with this one? And I believe, let's see what the ruling is. Looks like Van Buren will retain possession, so crazy turn of events that time, Eli. And we've seen that kind of physicality all night.
We have, and as I was saying, it looks like Van Buren just wanted it a little bit more tonight, and it's really paid off in the second half.
They absolutely have shown their passion here as this game progressed, and they've done a great job of coming and making a great performance here tonight. And they look to continue that as this season progresses. Got a busy week ahead of them. A lot of games coming up as we wrap up this game here in the final closing seconds. Scoggins going to take it, look, back over, shots up, and cannot get it to fall. Scoggins now takes it out. This will be the final shot, and no, there will be no shot. Jackson County takes the ball back, and that will write a finish to your basketball game. So the Van Buren Eaglettes, with a really nice team performance, take a 48-35 victory. A really balanced game and a great strategy by Coach Sapp here tonight. Team came out with a balanced offense, great defense that attacked and got the ball for their basketball team. And the Eaglettes really just a great showing here tonight, Eli.
It was, and as you were saying, I believe that the Eaglettes they really had amazing defense. They stretched out 2-3 really worked for them tonight.
And now time to recognize Emma Scoggins.
The senior member of the Eaglet basketball team scored her 1,000th point. Would you please give it up for Emma Scoggins?
What a moment for Emma Scoggins.
It's great to see that is a dream for many basketball players in high school.
Absolutely. Her 1,000th point was scored over the Christmas tournament break that we had. And Eli, she has been an incredible player for this basketball team. And over the years, being able to watch her make great plays for the Eaglettes and be a really difference maker for this team week in and week out. And she has done a great job tonight, and I'm sure she will continue to do a great job as this season progresses. But what a moment getting her 1,000th point here and getting recognized. And now it's time for the boys basketball game coming your way in just about 15 minutes. The Eagles and Jackson County getting ready to square off here in the second of our doubleheader tonight here in Van Buren. Stay tuned here live on BLTV Channel 6. More action coming your way.
See if they get any attention. There they go. Oh, just as long as you're back for the game start, that's you're good. Yeah, you got like the next 15 minutes yourself. How's it going?
I'm turning my headset off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you better be.
Hey. Calm yourself down.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
And I don't know if y'all know this, but my heart looks good.
You what?
My heart looks
Your
good.
hair.
Didn't know if you knew it.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't know that.
So I just had to let you know about it.
I got you.
Like, you should be very thankful that you get to work with a man like that.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the sixth between Jackson County and the Eagles, number 4, starting lineup.
All right, it is now time for Van Buren versus Jackson County, and here come the lineups.
Number 10, Jordan Arroyo.
Number 10, Jordan Arroyo.
Number 13, Ramon Williams.
Number 13, Ramon Wavis.
Number 30, Eli Burris.
Number 30, Eli Burris.
44, Chris Biggs.
And number 44, Chris Pigg. That is your lineup for the Jackson County Blue Devils, and now it's time for your Van Buren Eagles. First up, number 34, Clay Cox.
Number 10, Jason Stevens.
Number 10, Jason Stevens.
Number 55, Will Reisner.
Number 53, John Allen.
Number 33, John Allen.
And number 12, Taylor Hillis. And that is your starting five for your Van Buren Eagles. And Eli, I'd say we're in for quite a game here between these two. A great first game here tonight, and I'm sure this game will be just as good.
Oh, I do. I believe that Jackson County has quite an exceptional squad this year, and so do we.
Absolutely, and here we go. More high-tempo, high-action basketball game coming to you here. Clay Cox here for the tip-off, and is up in the air, and it looks like it's going to be Pig for Jackson County taking it first. And it's going to be at the top of the key, Stacy who has it. And now Arroyo goes over, back to Jueves. And now Jueves looking up against Clay Cox. Shot inside, it is up and good. So Jackson County answers the bell first and gets a 2-0 lead. And now it's going to be John Allen looking. Going to take his time, find Taylor Hillis. Hillis now looking, back over to Allen. Allen looking, and going to go back outside to Clay Cox. Cox looks, and take it to the outside now. Goes over, hesitates, keeps the ball, finds Stevens. Great patience and a great job to Reisner. And the Eagles toll that same bell to make it 2-2 here early on in the game.
That was some great ball movement.
Absolutely, and great ball movement cannot be underestimated. It can make the difference between winning and losing a basketball game, and the Eaglettes just showed how important it is right there. So now to the inside, shot is up, and it is off the mark and no good. Rebound was taken by Jueves, but I believe they will retain possession, so Jackson County with the inbound pass. Burris will be inbounding this one, and throws up a hand signal. Here comes the inbound play. Goes over, shot is going to be up and off the mark, no good from Arroyo. It's going to be Cox with the rebound here. Now it's going to be the Eagles taking it up court. Cox looking, goes over, back to Allen. Allen's got it, hesitates, and here comes that magic. Look, shot up, cannot get it to fall. Pig with the rebound. Now it's going to be Jueves down the court, looking, going to take it all the way inside, but I believe he was fouled. Perhaps it was Hillis on the inside, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So that will be a trip to the free throw line for number 13 Jueves for Jackson County. And much like the Eaglettes game, a lot of physical action taking place here early. Here comes the first free throw. Up, and it is good.
From what I've seen on the Eagles defense, it looks as if they're trying to completely clear out the paint for Chris Pig, number 44. They do not want him getting the ball, as far as I can tell.
Absolutely, and now it's going to be a potential rebound. Goes out of bounds. The Eagles will get the ball back after the tipped ball. And Garen Lewis, the Flash, has checked into the game now, and you cannot underestimate his incredible speed. He's going to get the ball. Lewis now looking, goes over, finds Taylor Hillis. Hillis now looking, up against two defenders. Got to get out of there, finds Lewis. Lewis now going to take it up the court, goes over. What a pass over to Jason Stevens. Three-point shot from Cox, and he puts it in. And Clay Cox gets the three-point shots. Sorry, Eli.
Oh, no, you're fine. I was just going to say great succession of passes right there. Good ball movement.
Absolutely, and Clay Cox fires the first three-point shot of the night and makes it 5-3. Pig from mid-range, cannot get it to fall. And now Jackson County gets it back. Jueves has it, looks, goes over to the top of the key. And now it's going to be, Burris with the ball. Goes over and finds Stacy. Stacy looking, Jackson County down 2. Now it's going to be Arroyo looking, stutter step, shot up, and cannot get it to fall from mid-range. Riser right there for the rebound. Here comes Taylor Hillis. Hillis looking, goes over, finds Lewis. Lewis now looking, and makes a move, and tries to find an open man, and does find Clay Cox. Three-point shot. Cannot get this one to fall, and the Eagles are unable to take advantage on this possession. Now it's going to be Arroyo with the ball once again. Hillis with the defense. Stevens now. And now it's going to be over to Pig. Pig looking, goes to the outside. Stacy, three-point shots up. Does not go, and the Eagles do a great job of getting to the rebound, and the Eagles have the ball once again. Clay Cox looks, goes over to Hillis. Hillis now looking, back over to Garen Lewis. Lewis, the Flash, uses that speed, goes inside, now circles back, looking for Stevens, no, goes, finds Cox. Cox now takes it to the inside, goes over, finds Hillis, three-point shot, cannot get this one to fall. Reisner is able to come up with a very nice rebound, and the ball is still on the ground, and after all that sequence, I believe the Eagles will retain possession. And that shows the incredible effort the Eagles put into each and every play. And sometimes it can be that hard to get the rebound for your team. And timeout was taken. So Van Buren heads into the first stoppage of play with a 5-3 lead here, Eli. What are some things that the Eagles are doing right?
They are hustling. They're really working their butts off. Getting those offensive rebounds can really turn the tides of the basketball game. As I was saying during the Eaglettes game, I believe that even if a team is not as skilled, which I'm listening to, they can win a ball game just by hustling more.
Absolutely, and the Eagles have done a great job so far of getting to the ball and making things happen with the opportunities that they've been given. It's going to be Stevens here on the inbound pass. Stevens looking, goes deep, and over through Garen Lewis. Lewis tries to get the ball back and does, and now Lewis has got to get back into the fold. Looking, goes inside, shot up, and he was fouled. So how about the recovery of Garen Lewis, and then using the speed to take it all the way, and he gets to go to the free throw line, as a result. Here comes the first of 2 free throw shots. Chance to make this a 4-point game. Cannot get the first one to fall. And now Lewis going to get an opportunity to make it a 3-point game, which is still a good advantage for the Eagles. Shots up, and he does get it to go off of the rim. So the Eagles now make it a 3-point basketball game, and Jackson County now on the ropes a bit. Stacy with the basketball up at midcourt. And now Stacy goes over and finds Jueves. Jueves looking, goes over to Pig. Pig from 3-point range and does not get it to fall. Hillis was fouled as he tried to get the rebound, and Van Buren gets the ball back. Great job that time by Hillis of getting to the basketball and forcing the foul by the opposing player. Van Buren now with the ball up 3 points with 4:44 left here in the first quarter. Lewis is going to take it now. So dangerous with the basketball. Hillis now goes over to find Clay Cox. Cox looking back over to Hillis. Hillis looking, takes it back to the top of the key. Hillis back over to Stevens. Stevens from way downtown cannot get it to fall. And Hillis, what a great pursuit to the basketball. Almost got it after it went way down there, but just unable to get it from the corner. And Jackson County will take the ball once again. It's going to be Stacy taking it up the court, and the game's kind of slowed down after the engine really was revving up here early in the game. More of a slow-paced game now, just trying to catch the other opponent off guard at the moment. It's like a heavyweight fight, both fighters going back and forth, trading blows, and that's kind of been the equivalent of what this game's been thus far. Pig tries to get the ball back, but it's taken away by Taylor Hillis, and Hillis has the basketball now. Hillis looking, goes way down the court and finds Stevens, who's able to stutter step, go back up to Clay Cox. Now back to Garen Lewis. Lewis going to take it to the inside. Goes over, finds Hillis once again. Hillis now coming back to the outside. And the game once again takes a bit of a slower turn. Now Hillis goes over, finds Stevens from way downtown, punts it in! Jason Stevens hit that one all the way from Sparta and gives the Eagles a 9-3 lead, and they continue to stretch it out, Eli. And now it's going to be Jueves taking it inside, shots up, and he uses his height to put it in the net. Absolutely. And now Hillis on the quick pursuit, shots up, cannot get the three-pointer to go in. And a three-point barrage so far, and they are flying from every which direction. So now it's going to be Jueves, mid-range jumper, off the mark, no good. Hillis just couldn't corral at that time, but the Eagles do get the basketball back on the tipped ball. And in comes Adam Simmons, and he's been a great dynamic playmaker for the Eagles thus far this year and looks to continue that here into 2021. So now here comes a kind of a version of the full court press. It looks like they're trying to gang up on the ball, but Lewis is just too fast and takes it all the way down, but cannot get it to go in. But a great setup there by Lewis, getting the ball all the way to the rim. Ball's tipped in the air, shot up from Jueves, and it does go in on the mid-range. So it is now a 2-point basketball game, and now things really start heating up. Lewis stutter steps, looking, goes and finds Hillis. Hillis now stopping, goes over, back to Lewis now. Lewis, mid-range jumper, shots up, and good. Garen Lewis, with all that speed, makes things happen. And now it's going to be Jueves looking, goes over, and Stevens almost able to take the rebound, shots up, off the mark and no good, and Jackson County still with the ball. Stacy's got it. Stacy to slow things down now, goes over to Pig in the corner. Pig looking, got 3 men on him, shots up, it is off the mark and no good. But Eli, did you see how Pig was able to swat at the ball that time? That is just how important having that height can be.
It is, and he's really using his size to his advantage right there. He's moving those players, and he's using his body very well.
Absolutely, and in checks Grand Canyon for Van Buren, number 32. We'll see what impact he can have in this game as this thing progresses. So now John Graham in for the Eagles as well. Current 5 on the court, Adam Simmons, Jason Stevens, Garen Lewis, John Graham, and Canyon Frady. Canyon looking, going to take the ball, getting double teamed, and I believe he was fouled as well. So I believe we're going to see an inbound opportunity for Jason Stevens. Stevens now, hand signal made, and these inbound plays are so important at points to set up the perfect shot. Looking, Stevens has it. Another deep three, cannot get this one to fall. It's Jueves with the rebound, and Jueves is going to take it now. Jackson County, the Blue Devils looking. Now it's going to be Jueves from the outside. Jueves looks up against 3 men, shot up, cannot get it to fall. Rebound is going to be taken, and I believe that is Jones with the ball. Jones looking now, stutter steps, shot, and it is going to be a shot up and no good that time from Brown. I believe there was a foul committed. So Jackson County heads to the free throw line with Kendrick Brown, and they've got a chance to really even the odds a little bit more here with a 2-point game. Just joining us, 11-7, Van Buren on top here. 1 minute 36 seconds to go in the first quarter of action. First shot's up and no good, and a combined 7 fouls between these two teams, 4 for Jackson County and 3 for Van Buren.
And it looks as if the refs are not calling this one as picky, as is usual, as for the switch of boys and girls.
Absolutely, and here comes Lewis. Lewis is getting swarmed by a hornet's nest, but is still able to find Adam Simmons. One on play, faked out the defender, and put it in. Oh my goodness. Completely faked out the defender, and now a three-point shot is up and no good. Adam Simmons looking like just an incredible NBA player on that one. Just a great job inside. Lewis gets it in from mid-range.
And it's great to see a freshman like that capitalizing on
Absolutely, and now the Eagles are feeling it, and the crowd is feeling it as well. And even with the limited capacity, that energy from the crowd is oh so important, Eli. And the Eagles now, all of a sudden, they've got an 8-point lead and are really dominating this basketball game.
They got the 8-point lead, and they have the momentum. Momentum is really a very important thing to have in the game, and they're holding on to it very well.
So now we're going to see the timeout taken, and the Eagles have a chance to talk things over. And sometimes this can be a bit of a momentum staller. Momentum is so important at a sports game, especially in basketball. And sometimes timeouts can be momentum killers. And the Eagles hoping that is not the case with this one. But if they keep playing in the way that they have, I think things will continue to go really well for them in this basketball game. John Allen is back in the game for the Eagles now. Otherwise, the 5 on the court remain the same. Just over a minute remaining here in the first quarter of action. It's going to be Jones with the basketball. Jones now. Looking, going to go over. Is going to go back to the outside and now to the inside. Shot up, off the mark, no good. And Adam Simmons able to get the rebound. And here comes Garen Lewis. And in that incredible speed, goes over. Canyon's got it. Canyon now looking. Ball's deflected. John Graham's got it now. Graham, floater, shot up, no good. Graham gets his own rebound. John Graham looks, goes over, finds John Allen, and here goes the Wizard doing work, and oh, what a pass that was to Graham inside. No look, back out to Allen. Allen now up against a barrage of defenders, but finds Adam Simmons again. Oh my goodness. John Allen, Hogwarts just called. They might be interested. Here comes Jackson County once again. Trying to answer, but it has been hard to answer with a barrage of the offensive attack of the Eagles. Now, mid-range jumpers up. Off the mark, no good from Kleiner. Now it's going to be the Eagles. Last chance opportunity. Buzzer beater incoming. Lewis, three-point shot was blocked, and that will not go in. But what a sequence of events. The Eagles, like I said earlier, are just on fire, up 17-7. And that was about as good of a final minute of basketball as you could ask for, Eli.
It really is. They really capitalized on that, on the Jackson County's defense slacking right there.
Absolutely, and I mean, the Eagles really just soared in the end of that first quarter, did everything that they could to really establish their presence and continued to make incredible play after incredible play. And you saw the great sort of difference that John Allen can make in a basketball game when he checks in, and the great pass that he used that time really set up the play for Adam Simmons to end the quarter out, and a great effort from a lot of other players too, such as John Graham, Garen Lewis, and Clay Cox. And the Eagles now have a 17-7 lead to show for it, and the Eagles really showed a great balance of team play in that one, and that's something that's really important as well. Playing for the team, not just playing for yourself, and the Eagles have been very unselfish with the ball and have done a great job of establishing their presence in this basketball game. And now they have a chance to really establish a presence in the second quarter of action. So it looks like we're going to have the Eagles checking this one in. It's going to be John Graham. Eagles have a little more wiggle room to work with here as this game progresses up 17-7. So now it's going to be John Allen looking, finds Canyon. Canyon now looking up, and looks like he was blocked that time by Huevez. And now it's going to be Jackson County taking up the court once again with Huevez. Looking, goes over and finds Kleiner. Looking, back to the outside. And now Jackson County goes to the inside, shot up, and it does go in for Burris. And that makes it an 8-point basketball game. So now it's going to be John Allen. Allen looking. He's got great resourcefulness and finds Canyon. 3-point shot. Put it in from way downtown. That was an incredible play, and Grand Canyon has done it again. Made it 20-9 Van Buren. And now Jackson County searching for answers, but a lot of things still need to be done if they want to get back into this basketball game. And now it's going to be, looks like that is Kleiner. Looking, goes over to Pig. Pig now, back to the outside. Shot up from Burris. Cannot get it to fall. Rebound is taken by Huevas, who puts it in on the offensive rebound. So now it's back to a 9-point basketball game. It's going to be Garen Lewis, the flash. Back over to John Graham. Back to Allen now. Allen looking. He can take it all the way inside. Going to try and do it himself. Back out to John Graham. 3-point shot. Does not get this one to fall. And the rebound is going to be taken out by Jones. Jones now. Looking, goes back over out to Pig. Now back over, 3-point shot. No, actually it was a pass, almost looked like one, but the play does work as it was Huevas on the inside who got the pass and it faked me out for a moment. Looked almost like a shot, but ended up being a pass, and Jackson County takes advantage. Here comes, looks like Allen. Allen looks, takes it, and lost the handle of the ball, and Jackson County gets the ball back once again. So how about this? All of a sudden, Jackson County, last couple of possessions, have been making very great plays and have found a way back into this basketball game.
They have, and they really turned the momentum around at the very beginning of the second quarter.
Absolutely, and now it's going to be Jackson County once again. Pig has it. Looking up against two defenders, now back out to the outside. Jones, 3-point shot, no good, off the mark. Rebound was almost taken by the Eagles, but Clay could not corral it. And Huevas with the rebound. And Huevas has been the DIY guy so far for Jackson County and has brought his team back within 5 as Jason Stevens gets ready to check in, as well as Reisner. Canyon back out to John Allen. Allen now looking. Oh, what a pass to Canyon. 3-point shot, no good, off the mark. Pig takes it once again. Pig back to the outside. It's going to be Jones. Jones stops, looks, pass up, off the mark, no good. Adam Simmons deflected it, but I believe he committed a foul trying to tip the ball away.
Adam Simmons is a very strong kid, so if he just barely hits you, it's going to be like he just got hit by a bulldozer, and he falls over right there, and the ref saw that and they got it back.
Absolutely, and looks like the substitutions are made for Van Buren. Looks like Cox, Reisner, Taylor Hillis are all back in the game. Shots up and good from mid-range. Huevas has done it again, and it is now a 3-point basketball game just like that when the Eagles were up by 11 earlier on. Stevens trying to make an immediate impact. Shots up, floater, no good, off the mark. Stevens does get his own rebound, back out to John Allen, who kicks it out, and now he's going to hold possession of the ball. Looking, what a move inside, but was blocked that time. Incredibly heavy block by Kleinert as Allen tried to put it in, but that block really changed things up on that play. Stevens now with the inbound pass, goes and finds Reisner. Reisner back to the outside to Allen. Allen looking, going to try and take it inside, thought about the pass, now goes out to Stevens, way downtown, can't get it to go. Ball is just tailed in by Taylor Hillis, great effort, back out to Cox, 3-point shot. No, not going to go in. Reisner tries to get the control of the ball, but cannot. And despite all the offensive rebounds, it's going to be a no-go for the Eagles on that possession. Stacy with the ball. Stacy now looking, pumps it out. Blocked by Jason Stevens, but it was a foul as he went up. And if I'm not mistaken, that might be a chance for an inbound pass. Or no, actually, I think it's going to be a free throw opportunity. It was a shooting foul. And if I'm not mistaken, Eli, I think that'll be 3 free throws coming up.
I think it will. He looked to be behind the 3-point line.
So a huge turn of events there. That foul by Stevens could be a huge impact in this basketball game. First shot's up and good. So a chance now for Jackson County to tie if Burris can get all 3 of these free throws in.
And this is more of a rare sight to be seen in basketball, 3 free throws in a row.
Absolutely. Does not happen very often. Usually fouls are committed within the paint, but sometimes on rare occurrences this can take place, but it will not be a tie on this possession as Burris is unable to get the second free throw to go, but can still make it a 1-point game with a free throw right here. Substitution for Jackson County. Brown is now in for the Blue Devils. And here comes the final free throw. Burris, shot up, and it does go in. So 2 out of 3, and it is now a 1-point basketball game between the Eagles and the Blue Devils. And way down court, John Allen wasting little time. Back over to Hillis, 3-point shot from Stevens. Off the mark and no good. Hillis now back over to John Allen. Allen, and what a Euro step. Cannot get it to fall. Tries to get his own rebound. Takes a hard fall. And looks like so far, Eli, the 3-point game's really slowed down for Van Buren in the second quarter.
It has. I don't know if we're making the best shot opportunities, taking the best shot choices, excuse me.
So now it's going to be Jackson County from the outside. Pig going to go over. Shot is up, and it is off the mark, airballed, and somehow it looks like Kleiner got the rebound. Jackson County to the inside now, and it goes in on the back of Burris, and all of a sudden it is a lead for Jackson County in this game, 21-20. Stevens with the ball, looking. Going to look over, looking. Going to try and hold on to the ball. Got to get rid of it, and I believe he walked as he was trying to get rid of it. And momentum has swung in favor of Jackson County just like that.
Has some unbelievable amount. And just as Jackson County did for us, we're going to call timeout to try and freeze the momentum. It seemed to work for them, so it might work for Van Buren.
So good job there of Coach Sullivan on taking timeout. Probably the right time to use it. 12 unanswered points by Jackson County has given them this 21-20 lead. And Eli, what do you think are some things that the Eagles did in this second quarter to kind of make this comeback possible?
I believe shot choices, as well as some more of a lousy defense. And not boxing out has killed us. It really has.
And definitely some things that the Eagles will be looking at here as the second quarter continues to progress, kind of looking to improve here. Still a good chance of victory, down just one, but obviously they'll want to improve on some play here as the second quarter progresses. Pass to the outside, and it is going to be Kleiner with the ball. Kleiner looking, going to go back to the outside. It's going to be Burris up against Stevens. Shots up. It is off the mark, no good. And the Eagles are able to get the rebound, a hard-earned rebound, and maybe what the Eagles needed could be the spark to their fire. Here comes Allen looking, trying to make some magic happen. And I believe he double dribbled, and he did. And Allen just unable to take advantage on that possession. And sorry, Eli.
Oh, no, you're fine. And you can see the frustration in their faces. You know, that's what will kill a team is emotion, letting emotions get in the way of your play.
Absolutely. You don't want to get too emotional out there on the court. Obviously, you want to play with passion, but sometimes being too emotional can weigh on you and kind of change your play style as the game progresses. Jackson County with the ball once again. Burris has it. Up against Stevens, goes to the outside, and it's going to be Kleiner looking. Pig now, shot up, off the mark, no good. Hillis has it, and now Hillis going to slow things down. Inside of 3 minutes, very pivotal point for the Eagles in this game. Hillis now, looking. Going to take his time on this possession. Going to go, thought about going to the inside. Now he's going to go back to the outside. Hillis with the ball. Now he goes to the inside, looking, shots up. And I believe he was fouled as he went up for the shot, so a chance now for Van Buren to retake the lead on these free throw opportunities. Hillis, a very efficient free throw shooter throughout the course of the season, and we'll see if he can do it here. First free throw up, off the mark and no good. And now we got a chance here for a substitution, and Huevez comes in for Jackson County.
We've seen that all game, the ball just going in and out of the basket just like that, very unfortunate.
And here comes Hillis with the second free throw. Shot up and good. And like you said, sometimes the rims here at the Eagles Nest can be a little bit tricky and can kind of float out of there when it looks like they'd be going in. So 21-21 for Van Buren. Shots up, and it is off the mark and no good for Burris. The Eagles got the ball back, chance to take the lead. Here comes John Allen. Fast break opportunity. Great pass to Reisner inside. Shots up and good off the glass. So the Eagles break through the glass ceiling and make it 23-21 up against Jackson County and have the lead once again. Blue Devils looking to respond. And a hand signal that time by Stacy, signaling what play they'll be running on this possession. Stacy looking, goes to the outside, and a turnover this time. Van Buren's going to get the ball back, so a mistake from Jackson County. Blue Devils now have given the ball back, down 2. Substitutions being made. Ethan McCoy and Garen Lewis check in for the Eagles. So it's going to be Ethan McCoy with the inbound pass, his first action of the game. Lewis back in after his stint in the first quarter. And Jackson County also following suit as Kleiner is back in the game for the Blue Devils. So we've reached the 2-minute mark here in the first half of action. John Allen has it. Allen now looking, and a great pass over to Lewis. Lewis going to take it up inside, and I believe he walked as he tried to make a play inside. And sometimes that can be hard as a basketball player, Eli, the difference between putting that shot in and then walking after that.
It really can, and his momentum was going forward, and that's a hard thing to do, even for someone as athletic as him.
Absolutely, and now it's going to be Stacy with the basketball. Stacy goes back to Burris. Burris, three-point shot. Up and good, and Jackson County retakes the lead on the three-pointer from Burris. He's been the guy they've looked to for three-point shots, and he does it again for the Blue Devils. Here comes Allen. Allen now looking, and a foul was committed. I believe there was a reach in that time. So the Eagles will retain possession of the ball, and the inbound pass will be coming. Oh, nope, excuse me. It looks like it'll be a free throw opportunity for John Allen, his first of the night. So a chance for the Eagles now to take a lead in this game, depending on how this possession turns out. Allen, first shot's up, and he does get it to go in, so make it a 24-24 basketball game. John Allen can claim the lead with this basketball shot right here.
And just as you were saying, it's like as if you were boxing, they're trading blow for blow. As one team takes the lead, loses it, and gets it right back.
Absolutely, and now we've got the Eagles with the lead once again, and Caleb Lawson checks in for Van Buren. John Allen comes out after a very nice first half of action. So now Jackson County with the ball once again. Stacy's going to have it, and we'll see what Jackson County can do down just one. Very competitive basketball game here, like you said, trading blow for blow as this game progresses. Stacy looking. And it's going to be Burris on the outside, back over to Stacy, looking, thought about three-point shot, did not go for it. Burris has it once again, looking back over to Pig. Pig now back to the outside, and a pump fake back out to the Jueves, now back over to Burris. And I believe that was an illegal block that time. Van Buren's going to get the ball back, so a mistake from Jackson County on the offensive side of the ball. And that's another situation where the offense for Jackson County made a mistake and gives the Eagles the ball back.
And that really could have been called either way. It looks as if there's a little bit of bad blood between the two.
Very well could be, and as this game continues to ramp up, that intensity will just continue to go on. As Jueves gets the steal, Jueves now with the basketball looking, going to stutter step. Think about passing. Now he does pass to Burris. Burris looking. Going to make a move inside, and the ball is going to be taken by Kleinert. Kleinert now looking. Going to go back to the outside. Back to Stacy. Stacy looking. Stutter step. Three-point shot. Cannot get it to fall. Weisner unable to take it away from Pig, and Stacy's got it once again. Kleinert now looking. Going to take his time. And thought about the quick pass, but instead decides to let things happen. And going to go back to Stacy now, and Jackson County will look for a more developed play, and they'll probably milk some clock. This could very well be the final possession of the first half. And it's going to be Jueves. Looking. Going to try and make a stutter step move up against Ethan McCoy. Now he's going to take it inside. Shots up. And that's not going. It looks like it will go in. Excuse me. So I believe it was Reisner trying to force the charging foul. Instead, it's going to be an opportunity now for Jackson County on the free throws. As looks like Adam Simmons will come out, and come in, and Reisner comes out.
And a lot of times, he likes to take charges, and they are very efficient most of the time. But every now and then, you'll see him not work out, and you will get an end just like that.
Absolutely, and now it's going to be Taylor Hillis, and the Eagles will have the final possession here of the first half, barring a turnover. Here comes Lewis, lost the ball, and the ball is still on the ground. A collision there, and now the shot from Jueves is up and no good. And Jackson County could have made a huge statement going into the locker room, but Jueves could not finish the chance, and that will write a finish to your first half of action. Van Buren trails 27-25 to the Jackson County Blue Devils. Eli, what are some things that the Eagles did well and could improve on here going into the second half?
I believe their biggest problem right now will probably be not boxing out. That will kill a team. That is something that is overlooked by many people. Offensive rebounds will absolutely kill a team.
Absolutely. Van Buren had a great stretch there for a while, had an 11-point lead earlier in this game, but the script kind of changed and flipped on its head, and now Jackson County holds the 2-point advantage up 27-25 after 12 unanswered points in the middle of the second quarter. Van Buren looking to reestablish their presence here as this first half of action comes to a close, and the second half begins here in this basketball game, and we hope you'll stay tuned here live on BLTV Channel 6. Stay tuned for more basketball action. Right.
Keep on repeating that.
Yeah, I mean, it happens, you know. It happens. I've done it a few times.
Favorite piano fans, if you will, ask for your plea while Miss Kelly Lewis and one Van Buren piano cheerleader leads us in our school alma mater.
ESPN or Fox Sports or wherever.
That'd be awesome.
Yes, that would be. Absolutely.
Man, those 2 quarters went by fast. You ready?
They
for
did.
This one? This
Oh, yeah,
one
I'm
might
ready.
go.
This one might go by really fast. You two together really fast or
Or really
a bit
slow.
on the slower side. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be good. Well, I don't need it.
Hey, I'm scared of the dark. Turn on.
Me too.
Welcome back here to the second half of action between Van Buren and Jackson County. Jackson County with the ball. Whoever has it. Looking. Goes inside. Taylor Hillis with a great deflection there. Took a hard fall, but showing the resiliency early here, Eli. And now it's going to be the inbound pass for Burris. Burris with the ball. Looking. Goes over and finds Stacy. Stacy now back outside. Stacy's got it from Arroyo. Looking. Now going to go back to Arroyo once again. Looking, goes over and finds Pig. Pig now with the ball, goes back over to Burris. Jackson County taking their time with their possessions right now. Burris looks, now goes for the three-point shot. It's up, and it is off the mark and no good. Withers with the rebound, and he gets it in and extends the lead to 4 points for the Blue Devils.
As you were saying, he's really the DIY person tonight. He's doing a great job.
Absolutely, and here comes Allen now looking to answer. Allen back to Hillis. Hillis now goes over and finds Stevens. Stevens, spin move, looks, back to the outside to Taylor Hillis. Hillis now looks, shots up, and he took a hard fall there. Ball still on the ground. Allen has it. Allen now trying to make some magic happen, and he was fouled on the drive.
If we keep hustling like this, then the game will look much better for the Van Buren Eagles.
Absolutely. They are coming out of the locker room with fire and passion, like almost being shot out of a cannon. Eagles are going really fast here in the early going.
This makes you wonder what their coach told them.
Absolutely, and Coach Sullivan, I bet he had a great speech at halftime. Here comes Stacy. Ball is nearly taken away by Taylor Hillis as he tried to stop the drive there, but it looks like it's going to be Jackson County who retains possession for the moment. So the inbound pass to Arroyo. Shots up from mid-range, off the mark, no good, and here comes Will Reisner. Finds John Allen. The Wizard looking to make some magic happen. Allen now looks, goes over, finds Hill, three-point shot. Not going to go in this time. Ball goes out of bounds, and I believe it will go back in the hands of the Blue Devils. Jordan Arroyo with the inbound pass to Stacy. And now Hayden Stacy going to take his time with his possession. Jackson County methodically looking for the open opportunity here. Stacy looking. And he's going to find in the corner, I believe that is Jueves. Now pass to the outside to Arroyo. Three-point shots. And it does go in, so Jackson County continues their offensive attack here in the early going, make it a 7-point lead. No look pass from John Allen, putting Patrick Mahomes to shame with that one, and make it a 5-point game for Van Buren. So now it's going to be Stacy with the ball once again. And now it's going to be Arroyo looking, back to the outside to Pig. Pig goes way downtown, now going to go back to the outside to Arroyo, now to Jueves. Jueves looking back to the outside now, and it's going to find Arroyo. Arroyo stutter steps, now waits, looking for the pick and roll. Three-point shot is up and cannot get it to go for Burris, but Stacy gets the ball back on the offensive board. Now it's going to be Jueves looking. Going to go back to the outside to Dave Stacy. Now going to be a pass to the way down to the corner, and now back to Pig. Pig looking, and going to be a three-point, nope, not going to go for the three-point shot. And what a move that was by Arroyo. Stutter step between two defenders and put it in the basket. Now it's going to be John Allen. Allen almost lost the ball. Now he does lose the ball. Gets it back. Allen now looking. Finds Stevens. Stevens goes down. Goes back to Allen now. Allen looking. Going to take it all the way inside. Now waits. Goes back to the inside. Now finds a great pass to Caleb Lawson. Back to Stevens. Stevens back to John Allen. Allen now going to take it all the way and get fouled. Oh, and takes a hard.
Gosh, that looked
hard.
terrible.
Looks like they're both okay, but man, that was a hard shot for John Allen. Thank goodness for that padding there on the wall.
Ooh, and that is what it is there for. If that had not been there, there's no telling what he would look like right now.
Absolutely, and you know, like we just said, but then again, thank goodness for that padding, because that could have been way worse than what it turned out to be, as the ball is deflected off of Reisner as he just couldn't corral it. And again, we don't want to see any injuries here in this game, so very glad to see John Allen get up after that hard shot he took right to the face. So now Jackson County with the ball once again. It's going to be Arroyo from the top of the key. Looks, and he's going to find Huevez. Huevez goes back to the outside. Kleinert has it. Kleinert looking. Going to go over and find Burris. Burris now, look, shot up. It is off the mark, no good. Huevez in the mosh pit, gets the offensive rebound and gets the basket. And now it is a 9-point basketball game, and things just continue to snowball for Van Buren. Timeout is taken, and probably a well-designed timeout by Coach Sullivan. Going to talk things over with his players, but they have had a real troubling time trying to score some points here early in this first half, Eli.
They have, and just as you were saying, it's really the exact same thing. They're trying to ice the other team in a way and stop the momentum.
Absolutely. The second half of action is definitely fair Jackson County's way. They've really been attacking the board so far. A lot of inside shots, and it has paid dividends. And they've been able to really stretch out this lead in their favor. And now the Eagles find themselves in a 9-point hole trying to climb out of it. We'll see if Coach Sullivan gives them the proper climbing equipment to do that here with this timeout. And he's a guy who can really fire up his players and give them the passion that they need to come back in these basketball games. And I'd say he's got a really good strategy of getting back into this one. Probably saying things to the effect of just kind of staying with this one and continuing what we do and get back into this game. So now Van Buren will see if they can complete the comeback. Down 9, 4:31 left in the third quarter. Still plenty of time here for things to change. And it only takes one play, as we've seen many times throughout the course of this event. So here comes Caleb Lawson, finds John Allen. Allen now, gonna bide his time. Look, go to the inside. Now he's gonna wait. Keeps the ball to himself. Now he's gonna take it to the inside, tries to make some magic happen, cannot get it. Offensive rebound almost for John Allen, but it goes out of bounds. And it looks like it'll be Kleinert inbounding it for the Blue Devils.
A little bit of a miscommunication there. Pretty sure John Allen was looking for Will Reisner down there in the post.
Absolutely. It looks like it's just a miscommunication and a misplacement of where the players were supposed to be. Could have cost Van Buren. Here comes Huevez. Shot up. Cannot get it to fall. And it's Arroyo with the rebound. Came out of nowhere. And again, some hard shots between the players. Everybody once again gets up okay.
Okay,
and
the refs did not see that one, but 44 has just shoved John Allen.
Oh, so a missed foul there by the referees, and that can happen through the course of the game. Allen kind of biding his time, working on his shoe, but again, Van Buren's had some issues getting past this defense so far for Jackson County. Not a single point allowed thus far. It's been a tough sled for Van Buren here in the second half at the moment. So here comes the second free throw from Huevez. Shot up, and it does go in, and it is now a double-digit lead for the Blue Devils. Van Buren in real trouble now. Allen, gonna wait, gonna fire, finds Jason Stevens. Stevens now looks back out to John Allen. Allen now, gonna wait, gonna go to the inside, and he's going to wait, gonna go back to the inside now again. Finds Reisner, who clangs it off the rim. Now Reisner gets the ball back, and I believe he was fouled, so great determination by Reisner. Took a lot of effort on that play, but he does get the foul, and it's that extra effort, that 110%, that's going to help the Eagles in the long-term game.
It really is, and it looks like emotions are getting into the game now. Some of the players seem to be a little bit agitated.
Like we said earlier, this Eagles team hasn't played in a bit, so that can definitely affect the performance, and perhaps maybe not really accustomed to this, at least not in a few weeks, so to speak. So Eagles will be wanting to work on that as this game continues on and trying to get back into this one. Eagles do make it a 9-point game once again there with Will Reisner's free throw. And we'll see if they can come back here against the Blue Devils. So now it's going to be Kleinert from the top of the key. And it's going to be a pass over. It looks like Arroyo, who has it, Pig inside, lost the ball, but it was fouled. He was fouled as he tried to go up for the shot. And I believe he heads to the free throw line, and he will.
And Van Buren really needs to cut the lead down to probably at least 5 before the start of the fourth.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. Reducing this lead before the fourth quarter starts is definitely going to help them out in the fourth quarter, where there's so much adrenaline and so many crazy things can happen over the course of the game as Stevens checks out and John Graham checks in.
Sometimes in the fourth quarter, it kind of all depends on who's in better shape.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think, like you said, who's in better shape and who's going to have the momentum going into the fourth quarter could be the deciding factor in this game.
Correct, and not playing any basketball for a little while could affect the shape that they're in at the moment.
Absolutely, and here comes John Allen trying to give the Eagles the spark they need. Finds Clay Cox. Cox now back to the outside. Goes up against Jueves, now against Arroyo. Goes over, finds John Graham. Back out to Caleb Lawson. Lawson has it, back to Graham. Back over to Cox now. Eagles going around the key. Allen looking, trying to take it inside. Up against the Kleiner here. Oh, behind him, back to Allen Simmons!
That was a beautiful pass.
My word. Pure magic from John Allen, the wizard. He has done it again. And I said earlier that Hogwarts was calling him. They may have a permanent position for him now. My goodness, what a play that was. And it looks like it's going to be a check-in here for Garrett Lewis. But Eli, that kind of play, that doesn't just happen. That takes years of practice and hard work. And John Allen is one of the most devoted players to basketball out there.
It does, and he can get so creative.
Uh-oh, maybe things are starting to turn here for the Eagles, and the tide may be going in the Eagles' favor now. John Graham with the basketball, and he's going to find John Allen. Eagles maybe have the momentum that they need to get back into this game. Let's see if they can capitalize. Here comes Allen, looking, going to find Clay Cox. Goes over, finds John Graham once again. Back out to Allen now. Allen looking, takes it inside. Cannot get it to fall. Tries to get his own rebound. Who is it going to be out on? I think it's Van Buren ball, and it is.
John Allen's hit the floor many times tonight. He's just been all over the place.
Absolutely, and I think it's that awareness by John Graham that can really play a factor as this game goes on. Knowing where you are on the court and knowing where the ball is at all times, that's what you got to have in order to keep with this game and keep with Jackson County. Graham's got it. Looking, goes out to the outside to Adam Simmons. Back out to Lewis, back to Allen. Allen now looking, going to stutter step, back out to Graham. Graham from way downtown, punts it in! John Graham makes it a 5-point game, but gets 3 points for his team. It is now 38-33 Jackson County, and Van Buren's got exactly what they needed. Now it's going to be Arroyo directing traffic, finds Jueves. Jueves back to the outside. And I believe that will be a foul, and Van Buren's going to get the ball again. And suddenly the foundation of the Jackson County building in this game is starting to collapse.
It is, and the momentum has seriously turned.
You can feel it in the gym, you can feel it in the players, you can feel it in the crowd. Things are different, and the Eagles are as pumped up as they've been in a while. Can they continue to do this? It's going to be John Allen. Allen looking, trying to take it inside. He lost the ball. Who are they going to call this on? Looks like the Eagles will retain possession. Nope, looks like Jackson County will get the ball back. So unable to take advantage on that possession, and that could have been crucial there, Eli.
It could have, and that is John Allen's third foul. He does not need to pick up the fourth. He will have to play a completely different play style if he does.
Absolutely, and John Allen does not want to get into that foul trouble because he's one of the most critical players to this team. He wants to create that magic here as this game continues into its final moments. Got to make sure he stays out of foul trouble. 3-point shot's up, and it is good. As Jones put it in, and maybe kind of the nail in the coffin for the Eagles' momentum that they had just started to get back in this game. Here comes Allen. We'll see if the Eagles can keep up the tempo. Clay Cox has it. He's going to try and take it inside. He's going to look and get blocked immediately, as it was, I believe, Jueves who got the block. Arroyo's got it now, and he's going to go back to the outside to Burris. Burris looking, going to take it all the way inside. Get blocked by Clay Cox, and he gets one right back. Block for block, blow for blow. Allen way up top, and I believe, are they going to call? No, it's going to be Jackson County with the charge. Unbelievable. Looked like it was going to be an incredibly athletic, Jordan-esque play by John Allen, but the charge is called against Van Buren.
And that is his fourth, as we were saying.
Absolutely, and that is completely going to change the dynamic of this game, as it was a great athletic effort there by John Allen, but just unable to take advantage. And the 3-point shot is up and good that time from Burris. And now things are really on the downturn for Van Buren. They're going to have to make some incredible plays here to end out this quarter if they want any chance of getting back into this one. Simmons gets blocked. Shots are going to be taken. It's going to be Arroyo with the ball once again. The Blue Devils now kind of going with the ball control offense, slowing things down, slowing the tempo down, and stopping this Van Buren fire. Jackson County now with Arroyo looking. Going to take it back to the outside. Now finds Jueves. and they're going to bleed clock. This will likely be the final possession of the third quarter. And they bobbled the ball and deflected. It's taken away by Lewis. Finds Cox, but it's going to be overshot and into the padding. Van Buren could not capitalize, and that could have been huge going into the final quarter of action. Jason Stevens checks in for Van Buren, and the inbound pass now coming from Brown. This will be the final play of the third quarter, and it will not be it's not going to get off, and that's going to end things out here between Van Buren and Jackson County. So a brief sort of renaissance for the Eagles offense in that third quarter. Looks like they were within, I believe, 6 at one point in the quarter, but Jackson County, with some fortuitous plays at the end of the quarter, really changed things up and have made themselves an 11-point lead to stand on going into the fourth quarter. Eli, what do you think are some things that the Eagles can do to kind of change things and get the tide going in their favor?
Well, first off, they are going to have to come out of the gate swinging. They're really going to have to turn the momentum at the very beginning of the fourth quarter if they want to even stand a chance to come back in this game and take the W home.
Absolutely, and this kind of stoppage of play is a chance to kind of slow the momentum down and get the players in the situations that they'll need to play in the fourth quarter. And kind of having that discipline and ability to recognize schemes is what could help the Eagles here. They do a lot of studying of the game of basketball, will go over a lot of game film and see what the other team is going to do. And having that recognition could be important for them in the fourth quarter of action with just 8 minutes remaining. We'll see if the Eagles can complete the comeback, but they're going to need a lot of things to go their way. But we know that this Eagles team has the ability to do so. Let's see what they can do. They'll be helped because they will be getting the ball to start the fourth quarter of action. John Graham's going to check it in to Garen Lewis, the Flash. We know both of these players can be difference makers. We'll see what can happen here in this fourth quarter. Adam Simmons has it. Goes back to the outside. Three-point shot from Stevens. Off the mark, no good. Cox with the rebound, and that is crucial for the Eagles. Lewis has it. Lewis now working back to the outside to Cox. Three-point shots up. Off the mark, no good. Adam Simmons gets the rebound, and it's still on the ground. Stevens somehow got out of the mosh pit. Three-point shot. And I believe there was a foul committed on the rebound, so Van Buren's going to head in for a free throw opportunity. Nope, it'll be an inbound pass, was motioning for a free throw chance, but will not be the case.
And I love the hustle shown by the Van Buren Eagles tonight, but they cannot be panicking and throwing up shots.
Absolutely. Now it's going to be Stevens. Oh my goodness, what a long shot. He put it in! Jason Stevens from out of nowhere, like Randy Orton, put that ball in, and the Eagles have closed things within 8 points. Oh my goodness, what a play. And now it's going to be Pig with the basketball. Pig going to go back to the outside. Burris has it. Burris up against Stevens. Eagles maybe trying to generate a spark here. Goes back to the outside. Stacey, three-point shot. Off the mark, no good. Adam Simmons. Eagles basketball, I believe. Great job by Simmons of not deflecting the ball back in and risking a potential turnover. Van Buren's going to get the ball back. And I believe we're going to see some substitutions here for Jackson County. And now it's going to be Clay Cox with the inbound pass to Garen Lewis. 8-point basketball game. Tide could be turning once again. Could be attack time for the Eagles. Adam Simmons has it. Looks, finds Jason Stevens. Stevens out to the outside to Lewis. Lewis now looking. Going to try and take it inside. Now goes, finds Clay Cox. Tries to get to Stevens and does. Stevens now looking. Back out to Cox. Cox thought about the three-point shot. Now goes inside. Cox can take it all the way. And somehow Stevens was on there and got the ball back. How in the world did that happen? Lewis has it. The flash out to Graham. Graham now. And a foul was committed that time by Jones.
And as I said, coming out the gates, swinging, this is incredible. This is more hustle than I've ever seen in a high school game in my life.
Absolutely, and the electricity, and that, by the way, that is also a bonus for the Eagles now. So any foul committed by Jackson County is an automatic trip to the free throw line. Could be huge here in the fourth quarter. Rebound is taken by Jueves, however, so Van Buren could not capitalize on that opportunity, but still important for Van Buren, a very pivotal possession. Now it's going to be Arroyo from the outside. Goes over. And now it's going to be an inside shot from Burris. No good. Big on the rebound. And puts it in. So Jackson County will not stop and will continue to score points. Van Buren's got to keep slugging, though. Here comes a pass out to Cox. Three-point shot. No off the mark. Rebound is taken by Graham. Eagles have done a great job of it. Stevens, three-point shot. Yes! Doing his best Allen Iverson impression and providing the Eagles with the answer. It's a 7-point game now. blows this deficit to the quarter for Van Buren, and it could be a very pivotal moment for the Eagles. Chance now for them to capitalize and really make a chance of getting back into this one, which is all they could ask for here in these closing moments. Just about 5.5 minutes left here, 46-39 Jackson County. Arroyo's got it, inside, Pig, shots up, off the mark, no good, Eagles get the rebound, and here they go. Lewis now, showing his incredible speed. He's gonna go all the way inside, and it looks like it was just stolen away, trying to get it to Stevens. Eagles have got to hurry now. Pass out to the outside is almost taken away. Burris inside, Levis got it, no, it did not go in. Talk about a fortuitous bounce. The Eagles did not surrender a point that time. Stevens way downtown. Yes! Oh my goodness, yes!
He is putting on an absolute show, and they have to call a timeout, or that will be ball game for them as we have the momentum.
Yes, yes, yes. Daniel Bryan will be proud, and the Eagles now have made it 46-42. And just seemingly out of nowhere, Eli, it's amazing. We talk about how much of a momentum game basketball is, but things were so deflated here at the start of the fourth quarter. Can you imagine, within just about 3 minutes, they have made this a 4-point game once again.
Looking back, I never saw this happening, really. This is an amazing turn of events.
Indeed it is, and now the Eagles, things kind of slow down for a moment and all that energy kind of dissipates, but you can still feel the tension in the air and here in the Eagles' nest. Eagles have a lot to play for here, trying to get back in the swing of things, and in this high impact of a game, they will want to give their best performance possible. Jackson County, however, is not going to go down easy. We've seen that they have been able to slug it out with the Eagles time after time and answer blow for blow. And it really has been just like a really old school classic boxing match. Both teams will not surrender even the slightest bit of impact, but it has been an incredible game, and we'll see how things continue to play out here. And it's going to be Jones from the outside. And a tipped ball is going to be Arroyo with the ball now. Looking, shots up, and it does go in. And so finally it looks like Jackson County is able to stop the bleeding momentarily. I got to say, I think if there was any guy I'd go to, I'd probably be the main man right now, Stevens. He has been incredible, but the Eagles may have a different plan and it might be good. Here comes Stevens, and he is going to get the ball once again. Finds John Graham. Graham's going to take it up and goes inside. Ball's tipped away. Graham still has it. Who's going to have it? It's a scrum for the ball. Timeout was taken, I believe. Did they get it? Discussion ensues, and what's going to be the call here? And I believe it is Van Buren ball, if I am not mistaken. So a bit of a conversation ensued, and it looks like coach's timeout here, and Coach Sullivan decided to take this one, and that was a well-timed one, Eli. We've talked about it many times, but knowing when to take timeouts, we've seen it time and time again in this game with stalling momentum out and just finding the right time, like right there when the Eagles needed the ball and were in a precarious position, they were able to get the ball and keep it in their favor.
And Coach Sullivan is doing a great job of calling timeouts, as you said. His experience as a coach for such a long time, and it's really paying off here now.
Absolutely, and now 48-42, 4 minutes, 21 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter of action. Van Buren going to try everything they can to get back into this one. Discussion ensuing, and Coach Sullivan looking to give his players exactly what they needed, the spark they need to really close this affair out and get this victory. You know, despite the limited capacity, this has still been an incredibly raucous environment, and the Eagles have really had an incredible fan base tonight who has supported them and given them the inspiration they need to get back into this one. Lewis, back out to Stevens. Stevens now finds an open Cox that bounced off his foot, and it looks like Jackson County is going to get the ball once again.
And that is one of the things that Van Buren needs to avoid is turnovers and fouls. Those are two things that Van Buren avoid at all costs.
Absolutely, Eagles currently with 5 fouls. Got to make sure to avoid foul trouble. You don't want to give Jackson the bonus. 3-point shot up from Arroyo. It does go in. And that could be an absolute death nail to the Eagles' chances of winning this game if things don't change. Now it's 9 points. And that is a lot different than the 6-point game we had. Graham's got it. Graham now looking. Gonna look, trying to find Stevens. It's taken away. Jackson with the ball now, all the way down. Shots up and good by Jones. 53-42, and just like that, it's a double-digit game once again. Simmons shot up, off the mark, no good. Jackson County gets the rebound once again. Jones with it now. after the pass from Arroyo. And the Blue Devils now can kind of slow things down and really start to milk this clock strategy we've seen in several different sports. Shots up, off the mark, no good. And the ball still in play. Jueves with the rebound, and it was fouled going up for it.
Offensive rebounds is another thing that I didn't mention earlier. They need to stop 3 things: turnovers, offensive rebounds, and what was the third?
I'm trying to remember myself, but like you said so far, offensive rebounds and avoiding turnovers is a very pivotal part of this game.
And avoiding fouls.
And avoiding fouls, there you go. So substitutions being made for Van Buren. John Allen checks in, as well as Canyon Frady. Playmakers that the Eagles perhaps need to get back into this one. However, the odds are not in their favor at the moment. So now we'll see if the Eagles can overcome this deficit, but things will need a bit of a change, and timeout is taken once again by Coach Sullivan. So now with the current situation here, we have the Jackson County with 7 fouls. Eagles have 6. One more foul by Van Buren gives Jackson the bonus, as well as Van Buren, which would completely change the game. And usually, Eli, in the final 2 or so minutes, we see a lot more fouls. They seem to come the rate of them continues to pick up.
We do, and some of those are intentional fouls just to get the other team to the free throw line so the possession of the ball can miss. And at that point, it's just a guessing game. If the other team hits their free throws, then it's bad for you, but if they miss them, I mean, you'll take what you can get whenever you're down by 12 with 3 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Absolutely, and the Eagles looking to usher in this new year of basketball here in the best way possible, trying to pick up a win, but all the momentum that they kind of had going into the fourth quarter, they were only down by, I believe, 4 or 5, maybe even 6, but have been unable to capitalize on their opportunities here and kind of let this lead stretch out again for Jackson County. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is the biggest lead that the Blue Devils have had so far in the fourth quarter, which with this limited time will make it that much more difficult for the Eagles to overcome. But we know how hard the Eagles can fight, and we know that this is an overcomable deficit, but we'll have to see what they can do here. Inbound pass for Van Buren, and it will be Canyon who will do the honors. Canyon goes over to John Allen now. Eagles will have to pick up the tempo and score points in a hurry. And I believe, was there a foul? It was, I believe it was on the Blue Devils. So that will be an automatic trip to the free throw lines. It was a push, and John Allen gets to go to the free throw line as a result.
And I'm sure that player is wondering what he just did, but he does not realize that at the very end of the game, the refs are going to start calling hand checks because things are getting too rough.
Absolutely. They want to kind of calm down the intensity of the game. Shots up and good. And these are very important free throws for John Allen and the Eagles. Can really maybe be what they need to get back into this game and can at least stop the bleeding of this deficit that they currently face. Allen, a chance to make this a 10-point game. The Wizard shoots it and does put it in, so he makes it a 10-point basketball game for Van Buren.
And hitting those free throws at the end of the game is crucial.
Absolutely, and the foul is committed by Taylor Hillis. I believe that wasn't intentional, or perhaps was. I couldn't tell on that one. Looked like an intentional foul,
Looking at the impression on Coach Sullivan's face, I believe that it was not.
Looks like it was not, so perhaps just a bit of miscommunication for Hillis that time, and that's going to be an automatic trip to the free throw line for Arroyo of Jackson County. Chance to make it a 12-point game once again. Shots up. It is off the mark and no good. However, Jackson County gets the rebound anyway to Jueves, and now it's going to be Burris taking it all the way inside and cannot finish it off. Ball swatted away and taken away. Here Van Buren's got it once again. Grand Canyon with the ball, looking, goes over, finds, John Allen. 3-point shot from Hillis. Yes, he does put it in. And Hillis may be getting things going here for Van Buren. Can they rev up the engines one more time?
The Eagles might just be doing the impossible here.
They're going to have to make sure they got to be careful with the ball here. Maybe intentional, and I believe that one was intentional by Hillis. And it could be a smart play. Remember, Jackson County only shoots 1 if they don't make it. So if the Eagles can get a rebound here, they might just be able to close in. 2.5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter.
And if we're anyone fouling in that situation, it would definitely be Taylor Hillis. He only had 2 at the moment, now he has 3.
Absolutely. So it makes sense for Hillis to be the one to foul the players. You want to avoid having any of your other players foul out here. Blue Devils are making some substitutions here. And I believe we're going to have Kleiner check in for the Blue Devils. Arroyo from the free throw line. He missed his last one. Let's see if he can make this one. Potentially give the Jackson County Blue Devils what they need to finish this game off. Shots up. No good, off the mark. And a foul was committed by the Blue Devils.
And that is what happens whenever you box out. We need to do that all game long. Whenever we do that, look what happens.
And Jackson County, if there's one thing they needed to avoid in this final 2.5 minutes, it was the foul shot opportunities for Van Buren, and that is exactly what they did not need to happen. But Eagles got to hold up their end of the bargain and make the free throws. Clay Cox is going to be here for the shots. First one's up. Does put it in. Clutch shot from Clay
Having the
Cox.
clock stopped and being able to gain points, especially right now, it is absolutely just crucial to the game.
Chance to make it a 5-point game right here. Shots up. Puts it in. No problem. Clay Cox, ice water in his veins. Eagles may intentionally foul once again. Will they? Going to hesitate. Not going to intentionally foul yet. 5-point game. Maybe enough of a cushion. And I believe there was a foul committed by Cox that time.
And Clay did a very good job. Clay Cox did a very good job that time. He was trying to see if he could get 10 seconds, which is very smart before fouling.
Yeah, very smart strategy there by Cox. Obviously knowing and keep being aware of the clock and what he needed to do. Bled 6 seconds off. Not a lot of time here for Jackson County. We'll see what they can do here with Hueves. He's been very dependable all night. Can he do it once again? Crowd hoping that is not the case. First shot's up. And it is off the mark and no good. And the Eagles got the ball back once again. Here comes John Allen with the ball. Allen now, way down the court, finds Cox. Hillis has it once again. Hillis from way downtown. No, does not go in. Jackson does get the ball back. Eagles got to be careful.
John Allen
Stacy.
cannot foul right now. He has 4 already.
Absolutely, Eagles are going to have to be careful with the ball here. Got to avoid fouls if at all possible, but there's the intentional foul. Hillis with the foul that time. I believe that is his 4th. So now Hillis is in a bit of foul trouble, and he can't afford many more of those either.
Now Van Buren might have a little bit of a problem. They're in the double bonus. That means they're shooting 2 free throws for every single foul.
Absolutely, and that's going to change the entire dynamic. So now we have 2 automatic free throws, and that one goes in for Stacy. And the Eagles have got to hope, really, you want to keep this a 2-possession game, so you want Stacy to miss this one, then you can at least have a chance at a 2-possession game here. However, that will not be the case. Instead, it's 3 possessions. Still a deficit that the Eagles can overcome here. Allen looking to Canyon. 3-point shot. No off the mark. No good. Rebounds taken by Burris. Burris now getting swarmed, and it's Arroyo, and he's got a 3-on-1 convoy. Now going to go back. Going to find a pass to Burris. Burris now. Eagles, you probably don't want to foul here, but they are going to have to anyway. Hillis with the foul. And Hillis may be in a bit of foul trouble here. Not sure if that was his 4th or 5th, but definitely he's committed a lot recently. That was indeed Taylor Hillis' 5th, I'm being told. So Hillis is going to have to be careful and maybe going to have somebody else do fouls. First shot from Stacy, and it is good. Boy, Stacy has been clutch here in these final 2 minutes with these free throws and has a chance to make it an 9-point basketball game with the shot here. Karen Lewis getting ready to check in for the Eagles, and I believe Taylor Hillis will come out. And this could be a strategy here by Coach Sullivan to kind of get the Eagles more foul opportunities. And Lewis, I don't believe he has many so far, so that's a pretty good strategy there by Coach Sullivan.
And Garen Lewis has some very quick hands, so maybe he could even get a few steals here.
Absolutely, so very smart thinking by Coach Sullivan. Second free throw's up, and it is good. And Stacy, boy, he has been reliable from the free throw line. It's now a 9-point game. Eagles are going to have to get some 3-point shots here. They may go for the 2. They will. Allen cannot get it to go in. And now it's going to be a pass over to Burris. Burris looking, getting swarmed, goes way down the court. Then Jackson County is able to complete it. Arroyo going to go now. Try to avoid the foul. Goes over. Back to Stacy. Stacy, and a foul committed by Garen Lewis. And I believe Coach Sullivan was not happy at all with that one, and probably not what the Eagles were intending on that play. So Stacy's going to head to the free throw line. 1:20 seconds remaining. Shots up. Perfect. So Hayden Stacy, he has been the main man for Jackson County in these final 2 minutes. Free throw after free throw after free throw. And why not one more? He's automatic from the free throw line here at the end of this a game of action. And now it's going to be Allen. He's going to try and take it inside. Hard play there, and looks like a blocking foul. So John Allen does go to the free throw line, and 11-point basketball game, 1:14 remaining. Chance to maybe get it within single digits here, but still a huge mountain for the Eagles to climb. Shots up, and good. Allen very reliable from the free throw line, so definitely the guy you'd want to be up there. Allen now, chance to make it a 3-possession game with this shot right here. Puts it in, no problem, but now the Eagles have got to get a steal. And it's going to be Arroyo looking way down court, and it's going to be Buren all the way to the basket. Got in his getaway car and took off, and the Eagles now are going to turn the ball over back to Stacy, and that was exactly what the Eagles did not need. Stacy going to keep the ball. Allen cannot foul because he'd be pretty much fouled out at this point, I believe. Arroyo's got it. Foul is committed intentionally by Stevens. And Eli, looks like the Eagles are in pretty much desperation mode here in this final minute of action.
It does, and I feel like a few of the things that they might have been able to fix is at the very beginning of the fourth, they were taking a few more desperate type of shots about 5 feet behind the three-point line. And if he hits both of these free throws right here, it could very possibly be nailed in the coffin.
Right you are, and now it's going to be Arroyo. Chance to make this a 12-point game. Has had issues from the free throw line so far, but not this time. He gets the second shot to go and makes it a 12-point game. Eagles are going to have to hope for a miracle to get back into this one. Frady from way downtown cannot get it to fall. Rebound is going to be taken by Arroyo. It was Allen who tried to get a hand on it, could not, and a foul committed intentionally on Stacy.
And that is John Allen's 5th.
That is Allen's 5th foul. One more, and he is going to be fouled out of this game. And what a turn of... Actually, I believe he is fouled out. He is. So John Allen will be forcibly taken out of the game for being fouled out. What an effort it was, though, by Allen, but just could not get his team to get the points necessary here in these final few minutes for the Van Buren Eagles. First shot's up, and it is good from Stacy. And like we said, Hayden Stacy, Mr. Automatic from the free throw line here in this final 2 minutes of action.
And you really love to see Van Buren picking up the hustle at the very end here. But you see, the thing is, if they were playing with this type of intensity the whole game, they would probably not be in this sort of predicament.
Very well could be, and that's something the Eagles will be thinking about here in the coming days. Frady with the ball. Frady, three-point shot up. No good, off the mark, and Jueves has it once again. Eagles, will they continue to intentionally foul? At this point, 14-point deficit, may just instead abandon that strategy. I believe they will, so I believe we're going to see the clock run out on this game and run out on the Eagles' chances, and a quarter that was looking incredibly promising is going to turn to nothing for Van Buren. And they're going to lose this game by a final score of 65-51 for the Jackson County Blue Devils. So 2021 does not get started off on the right foot for the Van Buren Eagles. They lose by 14. And a very incredible performance, and had a great stretch there at several points of the game that got the momentum that they needed to be put in the position to get back into this one. But Eli, the Eagles just unable to close it out at the end.
I believe that they could have very well finished that off with a win if for a few more missed free throws by Jackson County and a few less turnovers by Van Buren.
Absolutely. I think that the efficiency of the play is something to look into, and they'll want to work on scoring more at the basket and getting those three-point shots to come down more often. But still a good performance by the Van Buren Eagles, and a lot they can take away to improve on to the next game. But thank you so much for watching this edition of Van Buren County High School Basketball here on BLTV Channel 6. We thank you so much for watching, and we can't wait to see you for the next one. We'll see you all later.
Does that hurt your ears ever?